And we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a midday stream. It's a little earlier than I was thinking, but still a little later than I was thinking because I was having some technical difficulties this morning for driving me crazy. I couldn't get my camera and my microphone to work at the same time in Streamlabs. I don't know why, but I fixed it. I restarted my computer. That's all it took, apparently.
Congrats.
Thank you. First victory of the day. I'll take it.
It's the small victories every day. They add up, tiny victories.
Oh yeah. So how are you doing? A long time no see.
Yeah. It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Yeah, it's true. Chick of the China
said you're crazy. Turn your eyes to the side. I don't know the lyrics. The joke is lost now.
It's all good. Watching X-Files with the lights on. I don't remember that part. Very good. Yeah, it was fun to see you last week. It's kind of interesting because I always wonder about this. From your camera angle, I can see your drawing desk. I can see Alf. Get a few things on the wall there, the bookshelf. And then I went to your house and in person saw everything.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know, you get to see it from a different angle, but you're so neat and organized.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's part of I'm very impressed.
Thank you. I feel like it can get in disarray when I'm drawing on here, because it's just, it's French curves and
templates,
micron pens thrown everywhere and pencils and scraps of paper so I don't smudge, and it becomes a tornado, at least in my estimation of what a messy desk is. I grew up, my dad he's always very messy. His organization is mess. Some people it's a mess, they just know where everything is. That was my dad. So I opted not to live like that.
Yeah, I don't even do that much drawing, but I still have like my drawing stuff's just right here on the computer desk, and it'll just be a little bit, and then I have the flat plexiglass thing that I sort of put up here on an angle. So I'll do everything from here, but I don't draw that much. But yeah, the templates, that's part of the problem. Circle templates and
I got
rulers, French curves.
Yeah. You just reach out and I've got something. I've got my blue blockers, so I can look like Bono.
Of course, naturally.
Yeah. Gotta have those.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any pops though, so I can't gotta have my pops or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying.
It's all good. Well, welcome everybody. We gotta say hi to the chat today.
Hello.
We're getting people warmed up here. The launch, I said it'd be 12 noon Eastern time. I'm Mountain time, so that's 10 o'clock for me. I think that's a good time. It's usually when I try to post videos, but it could happen anytime from now until 10, I suppose. I'm ready to go now. What's that?
It could happen any second. You just
any second.
Set your finger over the trigger.
Well, we may never know, but I'm gonna say, let's see. We've got Hicksville is here. He says, "Sup, hello, Hicksville." Jim Cox, hello. Paul Riley is here. Hello. We have Sierra Whiskey is here. There's careful with tornadoes in Kansas. They take you places.
That's true. They do.
You told me the way home. Remember, you said, "See that storm over there? That's going to be you on the way home."
Yeah.
You were not kidding. Oh my gosh.
How was that?
It was crazy. So I don't know why Kansas's sky is different.
Yeah, I think there's nothing else blocking it. It's just 360 degrees. You can see the whole dome of the earth, of the flat earth.
Yeah, it's wild. But when there's like lightning in the distance and you can see it, and it's like, I'm driving right for that lightning storm that's coming. And then I don't know, the rain was insane. We actually had to stop under an overpass for a little while because the hail was coming down.
Yeah.
We made it fine, but it was just it was unlike anything I've experienced. So it was pretty cool.
I'm glad you got to experience the full Kansas.
Yeah, I kept looking for funnel clouds. It was a little dark, so it's hard to tell. But didn't see any, thank goodness. Beyond Time is here.
They hide sometimes, so
They hide.
Sometimes you don't see them. Like the meteorologists are like, "There's one here, but it's covered by rain and low-hanging clouds. You can't see them all the time.
Oosh,
Oh, yeah.
that's frightening.
It's the Wild West out. Well, the Wild Great Plains, but
Yeah, it was really cool though. I don't know, the sky, that was one thing. Yeah, it was really interesting to look at. Vance Capley Artist is here. Good morning, he says. The chief has spoken. Yeah, this is what happens whenever you start a stream early, then you're late.
yeah,
If you start a stream on time, then you're still late. It doesn't matter. It's part of the
you're
fun.
always late.
You're late. Yeah. Sketchosaurus Rex is here. Hello. Oz Art Creations. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. We got Paul Rye. We got Lewis. Finally, yes. Leroy is here. Reverb. Does everything sound okay audio wise? I hope so. Hey yo, Primetime Polton. Hello. Let's see. Kelsey says late to his own launch. Yeah. That's how it goes. For a minute, I started panicking because my camera wasn't working, but it's working now.
Yeah, that's good.
RBI Studios is here. Hello. Boogie Bentley is here. Hey guys, looking forward to Downcast 3. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Did we get everyone? Arrogant 8. Hi there. Mortal V is here. Hello. Billy Jacobs. I'm ready when you are, Clint. Thank you, Billy. That's the last thing I needed was Billy's thumbs up. We're greenlit. Tommy's here. Good morning / evening. Stephen C. Hello. Have I said? I think I started here at Hicksville. Eastern time is the only one that counts. I know. I have conceded that a long time ago. That I just tell everybody what it is in Eastern time, even when I'm like scheduling streams with anybody else like that. If I know, let's say like RT Bear, you know, he's in California, I believe. Or he was. He moved, didn't he? I think
he's now a Texan.
He's a Texan. He's one of the many Californians that left the sinking ship.
Yeah, Texas art. Outlaw. Gunslinger.
Yeah. He is probably, I can picture him right now chewing on grass or something.
Yeah, he's got a spittoon next to his desk.
Here we go. That's
the RT Bear that I want. Oh my gosh.
This is a little too close and personal.
It is.
So we're gonna move past this one. All right. Okay. So we're getting warmed up a little bit while everybody comes. Share this out. I want to try and have as many people here as possible when we launch. I have the mailing list ready to go. If you weren't on the mailing list, it's too late. Sorry, you can't sign up because I've already imported everything and we're ready to send it out.
Actually, so what are you sending out? So what do people who sign up? Let's say they signed up right a split second before you said too late. You've already exported it, right?
I've already exported it.
I've got a secret for you. Your early sign up page, you can still access that after you've launched.
Interesting. Well, so if I'm sending it out through MailChimp. So
right, but if there were a thing where people who signed up early get something special.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay, so there's two things. Two things going on. If you back in the first 24 hours, you're going to get a fold-out poster and a trading card. It doesn't matter where you come from. I'm just checking backer numbers for that within the first 24 hours. Boom, you got it. If you're on the mailing list, you get access to secret perks. Not everybody opts for the secret perk, but it's there. It's an option.
Some people just want to pay full price.
I've found that to be the case.
Yeah, they want to support you.
That happens, but there's the option, for people that are signing up for it. And this is actually, as far as crowdfunded cam books go, this one's a pretty good deal. The book's $20 deal. It's pretty good. The pricing's pretty good. So we will go over that for sure. Actually, we can even save this too. This was interesting. We can save this too. But this is where I'm at right now at the campaign. The review and launch button.
That's where you're at, huh?
That's where I'm at.
All right. I think people got itchy mouse clickers. They're ready to go.
I know. That's why I can't remember though. I always forget. How does this part go? When you click it goes through your whole campaign again, does it not? Or is
I
this
think
like
yeah, so you'll want to click that off of stream because it'll give you this thing like you forgot to fill out your bank information or you forgot to fill out your
I did
such
that?
and such.
Yeah, but it will go through every little thing.
Yeah.
So I'll probably I'll probably turn that off. We'll walk everyone through it though. Few things though. I do want to, let's do this. I want to explain ahead of time because if you want to get in really quickly, just because it's fun to make the numbers go up, then I think it's helpful to talk about a few things. I've got a novel in here, essentially, All for Owen. It's a book that I wrote, published in 2011. And it's a landmark of my writing. It's not a terrible book. My first novel, there's a reason why I didn't put this on there because that book is just awful, but it was a good learning experience. So All for Owen, I think it's it's fun for people to see. And I decided to add it on rather than Ash Can. And it's like a full on novel.
But what is you still haven't pitched the novel?
That's exactly where I was going. Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's hear about it.
Yeah. So All for Owen. Let me get to I'm going to get to the cover right here. There we go. All for Owen is a post-apocalyptic story, and it's about a quiet little neighborhood, that somehow escaped the apocalypse. They haven't been bothered by it, and my thought was that the world used to be a really superstitious place, and then once society breaks down, it's almost like a new Middle Ages. So there's this superstition that kind of arises. Anyway, so they get an omen from this fellow that essentially says that they're all going to die. So these boys have to do what he says. It's up to these 4 boys to leave their neighborhood and go in search of a cure to what ails them, essentially. So post-apocalyptic story. It's very, is it real? Is it fantasy? Is kind of one of the themes for it. I think it's fun. Brand new cover for it just for this campaign. This was Xevious that did this cover for me. Great job. Of course, we have Downcast, both covers, including one by Eric Weathers. Fantastic job, by the way.
Thank you.
Very good. Also, Matt Weldon's cover. And if you want to get in, it's only $20, but there's a lot of other good stuff. So,
but wait, there's more.
There's more. There's one thing here too is the T-shirt. A lot of people were asking about a T-shirt on Fatal, and so I commissioned Christian Rossi to do a T-shirt design for me, just to make a cool T-shirt. That was his goal. I guess I can show it up closer here. There it is. There's the T-shirt design, black T-shirt.
Nice.
And yeah, we've got the diver here. I just said make it look cool, whatever you want. And we have flat colors because I'm going to do this screen printed. So it's going to be a lot nicer. I haven't yet arrived at the T-shirt that I want. So we're getting closer. Screen printing, I think, is the way that I want to go. So we're going flat colors.
Do you
should be nice.
You should do a do you have a Downcast logo T-shirt?
I have a hoodie.
Okay.
I put some T-shirts on Teespring with the Downcast logo. But I haven't. I don't know. They're available. Technically, anyone could get them on Teespring, but I don't really promote it that much.
I know about that
because I don't really like Teespring shirts. The more I think about it,
like the way they come out.
Yeah, they seem to peel. Like depending on the exact shirt that you get. This one's pretty good. I tried out a few for Fatal. And this one I've washed several times and it's still holding up. This is the version that I ended up shipping out to everybody that backed Fatal. But I tried a couple different shirts first and they would start peeling, like the print job.
Really?
So yeah, I don't want to mess with that.
This is my custom shirt of Splort. Let me right? And I have this through my Streamlabs. You can make a Streamlabs account and you can, this was created in like 5 minutes. I grabbed the sound effect that I had for my Twitch stream. Look at that. And then nice. I threw it up on Streamlabs and then it's what do they call it? Print on demand, drop shipped, whatever. So, yeah. And I've had this for a month and I've probably worn it like a dozen times and it's not peeling or anything. So
nice.
Maybe you could try that.
I have a new supplier I'm trying out.
Alright.
But we'll see. I'm not totally committed yet. I still want an example t-shirt from them to be sure, but it's screen printed, so I don't know. I'm pretty confident it'll do what I need it to do. I suppose that's the plan. Yeah, Arrogant Ape says, "Got to get me some sport." That's right.
Some sport. Yeah, I can link to that. Why not?
Might as well. Other things here. I've got a book plate that went over very well. People liked it. It was a nice touch. There's a book plate. I did the drawing. I figured, I'm a big part of Downcast. Why not? So that was really fun. I actually sold the original piece on Peter's auction on Saturday night. That was pretty cool. But yeah, you'll have book plate, your name's in the book.
So how's that book plate work?
It's so I have some. Let me see if I can dig them out real quick. I have some for Fatal, but they're
a signature plate, right?
Yeah. You put your signature on it, but it has a design and it's limited. So essentially this collector's bundle, because your name's in the book, especially if your name is in the book or up until the point that we go to print, that we have the pre-press finished and we go to print, this is available. Your name's in the book. And then you have this, limited book print or book plate, essentially. So I don't know. It just makes it for a fun thing. Makes your book a little bit more unique.
I like book plates.
Yeah, people loved it. I think I really like the idea. I think I'd love like Battle Brick Road. I'd love a book plate.
I would like to do book plate. Do you put them on a sticker and you stick them in the book?
It's essentially a sticker. So I went to the company, found a company that specializes in book plates. So it's not just a sticker, but it's a sticker that has it's basically like uncoated, so you can sign on it. It'll hold a signature well. They do different versions, like you can do slightly off white. I haven't decided on all that for this particular one, but the one that we did with Fatal with Charlie's work looked really, really nice. So I just thought I think people are really going to like it. So I figured I'll do another one.
All right.
So should be good. Trading card set. I drew the trading card set this time. The colors are in process. And I don't know. Again, it's just a little touch. I think it's fun. I like it a lot. So that's essentially what we're looking at for the campaign. Of course, there's a lot of other tiers. I like book plates. The more campaigns should do them. I agree. And they're not a big, they're not a hurdle, really. There's something I think a lot of campaigns could do. So if you have questions about book plate suppliers, I can let you know what I have learned. Shannon Smith's here. Yeah, it's a launch day for Clint. Everyone support this talented guy. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. One other thing I want to point out is if you are a new reader, I have a new reader bundle, and this is all of my books that I have. I've got the Matt Weldon version here, so you can get all three. If you're a new reader, this will catch you up. But if you're a new reader, you can also just add on. So I've got the other cover A, that you can add on in the add-on section. You can add on the t-shirt, and you can add on an alterna, not the sketch cover, but the regular version you can add on. So any of these could be for a new reader. You just, make sure you add it on in the add-ons and you're good to go. I don't know, man. Should we do this thing?
Yes.
Let me stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Stop sharing.
Check the private chat.
Oh, private chat. Uh-oh. Private chat.
Yeah, in StreamYard.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Let's do that. Good idea. Sorry, everybody. Eric, entertain everyone.
I don't know how to do that. Look, I have flaily arms. So Clint is about ready to launch Downcast 3 cover. I have a cover on this book. Can you believe it? Me. I don't know what Clint was thinking, but he thought it might be a good idea to have me draw a cover, so we went ahead and did that. Not only did I draw it, but one Mr. Kelsey Shannon colored it, and it turned out fantastic. I can't wait to see that in print.
Kelsey did such a good job.
He did a great job. Yeah. So
I think Kelsey's
shout out to Kelsey for hooking us up with the colors on that. That's the second piece that he's colored for me, and I want him to just color everything. I love his color work. I love Kelsey. What can I say? I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it loud. I'm saying it proud. I love Kelsey. It's Pride Month after all. I'm proud to say I love Kelsey. Be proud of things.
He is great.
It's Pride Month. Be proud of things.
I
Be
keep
proud of
waiting
your
for
wife.
Kelsey to pop up in the chat and say, "Oh shucks."
Well, he was here earlier. He's probably grabbing a smoke or something.
Basics content team. Oh, really? It needs to know my state.
Yeah,
This
see,
is
there's
why we
always
don't do
something.
live.
There's always something. I'm gonna have to bounce for a couple of minutes in a little bit because my new coffee has arrived. I've gone like 3 or 4 days without fresh coffee, so my order is coming in the mail, and I'm gonna have to go make a cup right away.
Oh, no worries. Oh, frequently asked questions. Really? I swear I did this. I swear I did this.
Yeah.
When? Oh gosh.
I should probably update my
Is
facts.
the book? Here's the question: is the book done? Yes. That's, I think, a good one. That's what people want to know.
That's what the people want to know. They want to know if the book's done, and you know what the answer is? The answer is yes. Except, I mean, it's kind of it's a bit of a stretch. Like the artwork is done.
The artwork's done. The lettering. So I did the stretch goals a little differently on this one because we are. No, don't change. Sorry, it's changing. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. We did it a little differently this time. The way that I'm going to do it is we're going to approve or basically green light lettering. You know, it'll be green lit as soon as we hit a certain number, essentially. So, and then it takes you a few days to letter, essentially.
Yeah, essentially. But for you, it'll take 3 months.
Launching. Oh, that's that throws a monkey wrench into things. All right. I think it's live now. It wants me to share on Facebook. I deleted my Facebook, so I'll do no such thing.
It's live.
It should be live.
DOWNCAST live.
Now it's the time. Who's going to be back or number one? That's the question. Leroy's here. Hello, Leroy.
Hello, guys.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, I heard Eric was going to bail on you, so
yeah,
it's all good. Peter Smeddy's going to jump in at some point as well. And you know, if things, now that I don't have to multitask, I'll be a little bit better at looking at things.
Easier on you.
Got backer number one.
Backer number one.
There you go. Get over it. Thank you.
Send the email. That's right. That's the next step I got to do. Audience. Here, I'm going to pull this over to the side here. Okay, the email is going out. I got to do this in quick succession. That's the problem. I don't know. How are you guys doing? It was really great to see both of you in person last week.
I'd like to say that I do have some coffee right now. So
nice.
Comicsgate Coffee Crew, right?
I drank a Monster before we started, so I'm amped up, but I still need more coffee.
I just walked in. I went to Quick Trip and got a cup of coffee. I just walked it back in, so there you go.
Excellent.
Sketchosaurus Rex is waiting on the email. Clint's working on that right now.
I'm working on it. It does send in little batches, just so you know. So it will take it'll take a few minutes here, but that's okay. That's why we got this stream going. Campaigns. I had all this ready to go. It is ready to go.
Let's
Jim finish. Jim Cox and backer number 2. We thank you, Jim Cox.
Thank you so much. All right, we're sending this right now. Send.
I mean, Jim Cox is all right, Eric. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
And it's out there. All right. So the mailing, the email has been sent. It is out there, but it'll take probably a few minutes. It does send things out in batches. So as soon as you see the email, you say so, I suppose. Let us know, but also check your junk mail. Sometimes it goes there, or your promotions folder, or whatever. It may be different places. All right, let's refresh this. I just seeing it at 0 hurts. So
Yesterday's fool was asking what the bonus is for the early sign on again.
Yes. So if you back in the first 24 hours, we're gonna have a fold out poster and a trading card that's just for first 24 hours. So just couple extra bonuses. You don't have to back through the mailing list anyway. You just want to back on stream. It's all good. That will get you in. So first 24 hours, I'm just going to go by backer numbers. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. for me, I'll check what the backer count is, and then we'll cut it off there. So if you're in the first 24 hours, you'll get the fold out poster and trading card. If you're on the mailing list, you'll see some secret perks. It's hard to make secret perks for everybody, so I didn't even try to. There are secret perks, but they're, they are what they are. So you can pick those or go with any of these other campaigns, any of these other perks in the campaign.
Crazy Mad is in at backer number 3.
All right. Thank you very much, Crazy Mad. I really appreciate it. My junk is great. Thanks for asking.
Did you ask him about his junk?
Check your junk. So. I said, check your junk mail.
Oh, okay.
Or you forgot to say mail.
Check your junk. I think that should be the message of the day.
I usually do that after I get done hunting.
Yeah, you got to check for ticks.
Yeah.
You got to be careful. It's the right thing to do.
Lyme disease. Right. Yeah.
So I have 2 pitches for you, and then I want to show you this video. The more I got thinking about this, I was thinking Downcast is a series, but Downcast is also Downcast 3 Submerged is also a book. And so I'm kind of getting into the territory where there's 2 different pitches. So if you're new to Downcast is a story about a floating city in the sky. Humanity has abandoned the planet for the most part to live in the clouds. And it's about 2 blue-collar teens who get the power of gravity, and they try to exploit it to save their father from death in prison. So that's essentially the series that gets things started out.
But Clint, the power of gravity is 9.8 meters per second squared.
Oh,
that's a lot of power.
Yeah,
in a floating city, especially. Downcast 3, we've got a new character. Actually, we've got some new characters that are being introduced. The one here you see is our Monstro character, and the important part about him is that he is hunting gods. I don't want to spoil the first part if you're a new reader, but if you've read it, you understand. There's a lot of talk about the goddess of the stratosphere and why everything is the way that it is, why everyone lives there. And he is out for blood. So we have a new character coming up from the bottom. I think I have a good explanation here that I can just read to you. Life is finally back to normal for Joanne and Jax. Those are our blue-collar teens.
Is it though?
Is it? That's a good question. So new status quo. The tragedies of their past to begin to fade as they each work as new apprenticeships. Gosh, I messed that up too. But their peace is suddenly shattered when a strange diver comes to Strata looking for war with the gods. Joanne and Jax are forced to choose between their new lives or joining the diver on his hunt for false gods, a course that could permanently disrupt the future of humanity. That's dramatic. But there you go. We got some great art here. I'm really liking what Nacho has done with the art here. We did a lot more of a painterly look with the colors, which I really like. Great shark there. And just some, fun cartooning. I liked it.
Yeah, the art is leveled.
I like it, yeah. We have, here's a little bit of action scene. I love this panel right here. The Monstro getting thrown through this brick wall. Joanne has got some troubles in an elevator. We'll have to find out about that. That's coming. We got some awesome covers. One by Eric Weathers.
That's all right.
It's all right.
It's not the best, but it's okay. I mean, it's the best cover you've ever seen. I don't know. Am I supposed to be humble or am I supposed to be?
I don't know.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
However you want to be.
Whatever sells more books is what I
can boast for you. I think this cover is amazing. Colors by Kelsey Shannon. The liner. I saw this in person at your house, which was cool. The original page, very cool.
You didn't buy it?
No, I mean he didn't offer to sell it.
Oh.
We can talk if it's up. I assume that you're saving it for an auction.
That might be the case.
That's what I figured. So if I want it, I'm gonna have to bid on it. We have this cover by Matt Weldon, which I do have the original of this one. So if you want to buy the original cover, it's up there. Both are fantastic covers. I always love Matt's covers. We've got All for Owen, which is my novel I just talked about a little bit earlier. And it's a just cheap way to get more story if you're looking for more great story. And you can see some of my early writings. We've got a t-shirt with art by Christian Rossi right here. Here's our creative team. Stretch goals. I just started it out here, but we'll see what happens. So I figured when we hit $10,000, lettering is greenlit. If we hit that in the next 5 minutes, then Eric has to get off the stream and start lettering. That's the way that it works.
I'm actually lettering right now, though.
Well, we'll just...
It's just not Downcast.
It's probably just a replicator. You could put Downcast in front of it.
That's right. It'll cut in line of the replicator. We'll have stretch goals that affect other people's campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, that's the story of Battle Brick Road. Everybody else first.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
Yeah,
you're at the mercy of it. Well, it'll be greenlit. It is right now ready to be lettered. We've got all the pages are finished as far as the art goes. The script's finished, so that'll go over to Eric to letter, and then at 13K pre-press begins. Clearly, there's going to be some editing in here, a lot of editing in between, just to make sure that we got it down. But you get the idea. And yeah, I'm happy to add other things in here as well. Bookmarks are always good. So that's just sort of where we're starting. But you guys let me know if you have anything specific you want to see on stretch goals. I like to be pretty flexible. It's always just helpful to see. So let's refresh this.
Let me call out some backer numbers real quick.
Yeah, please do.
Red Board Comics and Games in at backer number 4. The Chief has spoken at backer number 7. Cam, our boy Cam Eric, he's at number 10. Beyond Time is at backer number 6. Arrogant Ape, backer number 11.
Backer number 11. Awesome.
Voom Man, backer number 9. The artist formerly known as Hey Mike. He's at number 15.
15. Thank you so much.
I love that name.
We also have 100 confirmed for your cover.
That's a little bit much. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit much. You know, it's funny. I've been talking with Mike Murphy what has he got? He's got Samurai and Dinosaur and other books that are I'm blanking on. And when I DM somebody, right, I say hey in their name, but I can't just say hey Mike because it just feels weird to say that.
I know you can't say it without dredging up images.
I'm not going to draw anything like that.
Hicksville at number 18. Yesterday's Fool at number 23. And probably a backer number 20. Tungsten, backer number 22.
Tungsten 22. Thank you all for backing so far. Make sure you grab that Eric Weathers cover. I hear it's pretty dope.
I'm always interested to see how the covers sell. I don't know. You never know. They're priced the same, so it's totally just options here. So far, it looks like Matt Weldon has 4. You've got 2. This is only what's front facing, but I'll tell you, the secret perks are both they include both covers. So
okay. Well, here's the deal, right? Matt Weldon has, not only is he a better artist than me, I'll grant that, but he has. Somebody's going to want the collection, right? They're going to want all 3 Matt Weldon covers. They already have the first 2. They're back in the third one with Weldon. I'm just saying.
We also have this one here, Downcast 3 plus All for Owen, which I think is going to be a popular one because it's just give me one of each book. Like this is the new stuff I can read. And there's 4 claimed here, but you can choose your cover. So I'll have to look in the back end to see where we're at. That'll be kind of fun though to keep track of it. Sketchosaurus Rex is backer number 26. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate every single one of you that's backing the campaign. I put a lot into this ahead of time to make sure that the campaign is ready. This is the way I want to be running campaigns in the future. Every single time I want to have the book essentially finished, just lettering, some editing, that kind of stuff, but that'll all happen and we can send it to print before the campaign even ends. That's the way that I want to do it so that it's a quick turnaround time. So I really appreciate everybody that's backing us. It's a huge huge thing. K Manifesto backer number 28. Congrats, Clint, and a great looking cover by Eric. Thank you so much.
You're moving on up already. 28, at least 28, Clint.
Let's refresh this. All right, we got 30 backers. Nice. We already have over $1,000 have been raised now. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, sure. Now the wrenches show up.
Well, you can ask the chat if they would be so inclined and nice to throw the link out to either the stream or to the campaign and put it on Twitter. If you can, let's share it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to copy this actually, and I'll post it one time here. And yeah, share this around Twitter. We're going to talk about Twitter in a little bit. We've got things for the show planned, but I do want to be watching this campaign the whole time. I want to address, let's see. Oh, it moved. There we go. There's John Penn. Said, how is Fatal going? Great question. I want to make sure to be very clear and transparent about this. Charlie's working on it. He's had some family emergencies that have gone on the past several months, and so it has slowed him down considerably, but he is working on it. He's got some really great pages that he's been turning in, and we've been in contact over creative specifics, and I don't know, it's been going. It's just going slower than we had expected. So that's where it's at, but don't worry, it's going to come out. This summer, I suspect, is going to be very busy for me as far as fulfillment goes, because I'll have 2 campaigns to fulfill, but we're going to make sure to get that out to you. So I really appreciate your patience, and don't hesitate to ask.
You got kids. I mean, how hard can it be? Just put them to work, Clint.
Put them to work. I know. Yeah. With it's busy, but fulfillment's busy, but it is pretty fun. Like you have the books in your hand. I love that feeling to just be able to see the books. It's pretty cool.
I imagine so.
Yeah, I'm going to share this on Twitter. Actually, here, we'll see this way.
Yeah, well, I've already seen a few people on Twitter linking the campaign, and we appreciate you guys.
That was the generic one. Whenever I just share it and click share, people say, really? That was lazy. You could have written something.
You're putting in maximum effort, Clint. Maximum effort.
Yeah. Like that's the best that I can do. No, I can do better than that. But when we're streaming, I guess streaming's the focus. Pinned the link on my Twitter for this day. Thank you so much. Posted to Minds with some boost, and also to Reddit. For Facebook, I need to do a collection with some more. Wow, thank you, Tommy. That's a lot. If you're not able to back today, I've had a few people reach out actually and tell me that they want to support the book. They can't back right away. I still really appreciate you. I love everybody that's supporting the campaign. Something you can do to help is just share it. Even if you're not, on social media, just talk to somebody, whatever works. That really helps the campaign out quite a bit. And I'm always surprised when I look at behind the scenes, you can see where you're getting referrals from. And a lot of those referrals are coming from backers that don't have YouTube channels or anything. So it really does help. So I appreciate that. Okay, we do have the emails coming through. Just got my Downcast 3 email. I did see some people were backing the hidden secret perks, so you can get in on those. That's good news. If you're not getting it, check your junk folder, and also your promotions folder. Depending on what email account you're using, it might be a little different.
Not your junk, though.
I mean, if it needs to be checked, I guess you could check it. But I'm no doctor, so I'm not going to make any specific recommendations. So here's John Penn. The best you can do is find the cutest puppy you can find in a scuba suit and tweet that with the link. That's not a bad idea. We could probably do that.
You never go wrong with puppies.
Nice. Yeah, puppies are great. They sell things, I'm sure. At 43%, almost halfway. Here's Vaughn, though.
Hey,
right, I'm going to refresh this. Hey, Vaughn, how's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing, launching, buddy? This looks awesome.
It's launch day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Congrats on Monster MD. Man,
Thanks, man.
I was going through a bunch of my crowdfunded books the other day just to sort of make like a ranked list in my mind, you know, like because there's still several I haven't read yet, which is not really a good sign. But I'm like, I need to get through and read all these. But Monster MD was one of those books that I had to read as soon as I got it. And I read it in essentially, it was 2 sittings, I guess, but fantastic, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
You bet.
Yeah, that was a long time coming, but I'm just everyone seems to really like it, and I'm proud of it and the team, and it's just been awesome ever since. And now I'm working on new stuff, so I hope everyone's ready. This, by the way, I've been waiting for this for a bit, man. Excited. Downcast 3.
I'm excited about it. This is one that it was nice to not have a campaign already running or have raised money. Like we just created. That's what it came down to. So it was like all the pressure of all deadlines and all that kind of stuff was gone. It was just, let's make a book. So beautiful. I'm really confident about this one. It's been, I mean, I always talk about seeing people's progress, but seeing my own progress as a writer along the way has been really fun. And I feel I'm really confident about this one. I think people are really going to dig it. I sort of looked at it because it's another sequel that I'm a new writer. This is what I have, you know, so far for the series. This is the continuity. How, if I got hired on to write this, if I was going to just start a new story arc, what would I do? So it was really fun to just feel like a fresh kind of start, clearly in continuity, but fresh start. What would I do? And it was really fun. I think people are going to like it.
Fresh what?
Nice.
Fresh what?
Fresh what?
Fresh start. Did I say
that's
start?
not what I heard you say. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Get Over It has the real question.
Fresh start.
The big question is, what cover is Vaughn going to back?
Oh yeah.
Good question.
This is where, this is what the fight is going to come down to.
I mean, if I was Vaughn, I would probably go with a Weldon cover. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah.
Is this kind of a finale to a trilogy, or is this just another awesome story continuing?
It's a story continuing. So this is, the second one kind of wrapped up the first story arc. I would say. So this is essentially a next story arc. So, and there, not all the loose ends were tied up. Clearly, I had people pointing out a few loose ends that are there in the last one, which are supposed to be there. So this is just a new story arc, same world. And part of this is the fact that things are getting, this is being published through Alterna as a comic book series. And so I figured I'm going to roll the dice and we'll keep going with the series. You know, it's being published. So let's do it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Let's see, what cover will I get today?
Blue Samurai Zero says, sweet. You're reprinting All for Owen. Nice. Yeah, we did this cover just for the campaign. I don't know, people are doing ash cans and stuff. I figured, why not? If you are looking for more story. I think it's fun. It's the book I was giving out the digital for. But if you're like me, I just want to have the physical book to read. I hate reading digital.
I've been able to get okay with digital, but yeah, it's just not the same. Of course, it's a different feel altogether. Oh wow, you've got some great covers here, man.
Oh, he's got one good cover. Yeah.
Oh, Leroy.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Just leave it up in the air.
You gotta get that Eric Weathers cover. Come on.
Yeah, I see the Weathers cover, baby. And I watched it get made, so it was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. Weathers Shannon cover. That's what it is.
Weathers Shannon. I love you got water, you've got rock, you've got energy blast. Could I call it energy?
Got chains.
Excitement. Chains. Steel.
So it's Downcast 3 cover A.
Cover A is the rotating artist. Then I've got Matt Weldon's cover here. Cover B.
Cool. Was there any movies that inspired this Downcast, or any comics?
Yeah, so for not movies, but for comics, I was thinking about, man, what is like comics at their best, comics that I've really enjoyed. And I'm gonna slaughter his name, but I love J. Michael Straczynski's run on Spider-Man. At the beginning, things got a little weird there at the end. I'll blame that on Joe Quesada. But at the beginning of that run, it was so, the stakes just felt so real, and it was almost like a chase kind of feeling. Like there was Moreland was coming after Spider-Man, and he was this inevitable, relentless force. He was coming, and so I wanted to do that sort of thing. It's very different from how the storyline plays out, but it is definitely this relentless, powerful, basically a hunt that's happening. And I don't know, I really excited about it. It was so much fun to write.
J. Michael Straczynski, would that be called a mic hunt?
Oh, ouch.
A mic hunt.
You got him to say it.
Oh, oh gosh. I was like, who's that?
Does anyone see Mike Hunt?
Oh, you need to Andrew Dice Clay in there afterwards.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
All right. I get it
Miss
now.
Muffet sat on her tuffet. Yeah, good stuff.
Sat on her tuffet.
And that's being clipped as we speak, Clint.
That's what I get.
Yep,
I was thinking, wait, who's that? Is he a comic writer? I'm confused. Now I understand.
Now you get it.
All right.
Ooh, man.
Let's transition to a little news. Okay. Well, I want to check back in with the campaign a lot. I know Ethan talked about this, but I think this is notable. This is a big deal. So apparently Mark Millar, sometimes he'll say, hey, I heard this, and he'll give you this fact, but he won't tell you a source or anything. And maybe it's like slight troll, maybe, perhaps. But every time he does it, I'm always happy that he does. In this case, he was allegedly told that 90%, 95% of the comic book audience, I can't read, is not on Twitter. This might be mind-blowing for the company marketing department. And I think this is kind of something that most people know already. Like, what you're appealing to a small group of people on Twitter that for some reason are able to have this much power against corporations in all of their marketing, in their product line, the stories they're making.
And it doesn't matter the category, the genre. It doesn't matter what media or whatever. Just be one person angry on Twitter, and that's it. Yeah, and you can steer the ship of a corporation. Right.
Yeah, you can tweet. Remember the earlier days of Twitter? I wasn't on Twitter, but
neither was I.
I remember that Twitter was the thing with Twitter was that, hey, I went to Walmart and I had this bad experience. You could tweet about it, and then Walmart would respond and say, we're so sorry that you had that experience. Here, have a free $10 gift card, on us. Like that. That's the kind of the way that Twitter was used. Now people realize, oh, that's power. Yeah, it's a PR place. Now it's like, okay, I can scare a company into doing whatever I want. Mwahaha.
Mm-hmm.
So that includes clearly making comics however they want to make them. This is the headline essentially says it all. That there's not much else to say here. Let's see. Here's an amazing stat. He said, I heard yesterday only 10% of comic buyers have a Twitter account. That wouldn't be 95% though. That would be 90%. Just got to clarify there. A Twitter account, only half of those accounts are actually active. Okay. Thus 95% of the comic book audience is not on Twitter, which must be mind-blowing for the company marketing departments. He actually he said that part too. The implication here is that they're bending toward Twitter activists, right? I mean, I don't know another way of reading that.
No, I agree. I agree with what he's saying. Like, I kind of agree with it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
I think we've all been in agreement for a while. Is that I know I've been saying it. Like, why are these companies bending over backwards for? Well, as Zach used to say, 12 angry people on Twitter.
Yeah,
and that's all it is.
exactly. It's a, I mean, the term gaslighting gets used quite often, but it's applicable here because
Why are you gaslighting trans people?
the the concept is you're trying to make a company feel like all of their customer base is agreeing with this one point of view, so they'll just clutter up your timeline with their nonsense over and over again, and so it looks like they're most people, whereas most people have better things to do. They don't care.
Yeah, they got sandwiches to make in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Comments to read.
You leave my
Comments to
wife
read.
out of this.
Hey,
Oh gosh, they've got pineapple pizza to eat. Oh, Donald Delays here. He said, sent you a DM. Data Racer posted some interesting related stats. He's always a pretty reliable source and research as well. Yeah, every time I see him post stuff, it's always he's very thorough. We'll check that out for sure. Thanks, Donald. Yeah, I scare comic bros into blocking me. That happens too. That's part of the problem actually, because then they're really they're making an echo chamber. They're only hearing from the same weirdos on Twitter. They're not hearing the other opinions. So they're further pushed into thinking that that's what everybody wants.
Mm-hmm. The squeakiest wheel and all.
I mean, a lot of the people on Twitter have already been hired by them. Like a lot of them were hired via Twitter back in the day when they were doing a lot of stuff at like diversity push at Marvel or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely, they don't just listen to them on Twitter. I mean, they're inside the offices, they're in the emails talking about this stuff. So
yeah,
that's true.
Of heavy metal.
Yeah,
that's true. Don't respect the fans. No.
Because they're all the only reason why you're able to do what you do for a living.
That's
respect them.
Interesting how that works.
We are 5 backers away from the first 50.
The first 50.
Hold on, what happened to my camera?
I don't know what's happening. Eric, are you in a gray storm of some kind?
I'm in the fog.
The Dust Bowl.
No, his computer's just a potato.
Oh, it's a potato.
No, I closed the
I helped fund
my
that thing.
virtual cam had stopped.
That's the view from the inside of a potato.
It's from inside Shane Davis's head.
Yeah. 45 backers. To the 45 people who back this campaign, I really appreciate it. I know that Nacho really appreciates it. It's the cool thing. Well, it's been crazy, but the past year has been, for a lot of people, it was pencils down in the mainstream industry. Because Downcast 2 made profit, I rolled that profit into Downcast 3. Nacho was working on a regular book and he lost the job. His book got canceled. And so he said, do you have work? I'm ready to do Downcast 3. I said, yep, let's do it. Awesome. So we did it. So he's had to work all from last fall up until, recently when he finished the book. So it's been, I think, really good for him. I know he appreciates it.
Hiring artists, giving them work.
Giving them work.
Put food on the table. Absolutely.
And that comes down to the people that back these books. So we all appreciate it. Eric's another one. He's again, we'll greenlight the lettering, and Eric will get paid for lettering and get it done. Push everyone else aside. It doesn't matter who he's lettering. This takes precedence.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rules.
EVS who? Yeah, get out of here, Cyberfrog.
Yeah. Regardless, Eric's always fast at lettering, so it works well. I think we were hearing a story behind the scenes. I don't want to get specific, but letterers taking months to letter books.
Yeah, don't do that. Lose your job.
Eric. Just hire Eric.
Just hire me. At most a week. Maybe 2 at the very most. That lettering stuff, I get it. I bust it out. I don't know. I get it done, and then I draw your cover. And then I draw my book.
That's right. I think most of the time you get lettering done, it's like 2-3 days, something like that. I mean, there's usually revisions, but to get through a book, it's pretty quick.
Pretty quick. I have my son to help with that too. He's I'm working on Testament, not this very second, but that'll be what I'm lettering today. And I was like, hey, bud, I need these pages. He basically is like, he like preps the pages, essentially the flatting of the lettering stage. So he puts all the artwork in my lettering template and then puts all the text in, just in the plain Myriad or whatever font as default in Adobe Illustrator. And then we put them in the Dropbox, and then it's just there. And then I open up the script and I put everything where it needs to go. We're a well-oiled machine, and he's being handsomely rewarded. And whenever one of these days I find a PS5 available, he's paying for it, but
still no luck yet, huh?
No luck yet. The stock. I tell you what, man, finding a PS5 is stupid right now. You have to be on the ball. And
I didn't realize they were that in demand. They've been out since like November, haven't they?
Since launch, yeah. They instantly go out of stock the second they're in stock. It's dumb. And he's been wanting one forever, and he's been saving all of his money from allowance and working for me and like helping grandma in the yard picking up, debris from a storm or whatever.
He's earning it.
Yeah. Now we're just waiting.
Yeah, that PS5 looks like a pair of Nikes to me. Like every time I see it,
it's Air Jordan PS5.
Seriously.
Yeah,
it's like trying to be a #1 backer in a Comicsgate campaign. It sounds
it's difficult.
Or in my case, number 48.
All right.
I was #1 on Brutus.
Thanks, Vaughn.
How excited are you for that Matt Weldon cover, Vaughn?
50. Yeah, I can't wait for my Weldon.
Oh, come on.
Just kidding. I got a Weathers.
We got 50 backers. Thank you, everybody. To every one of these 50 people, I really appreciate you. And again, just a reminder, you're backing in the first 24 hours. You're going to get a fold-out poster and a trading card that will just be unique to the first day backers. That's it. Nobody else gets it. No offense to anybody else, but we just are trying to incentivize that day one backing. So thank you, everybody that backed us. And Vaughn, thank you specifically for number 48.
Hell yeah.
Eric, were you really backer #1 on Brutus? Oh, in his heart. I should have finished.
And in his heart.
And just in general, like in true form.
Both. Nice.
Both.
I said both. That yeah.
I know. I had to fix it because you said it right, so I had to make sure it got said.
Clint, have you noticed the pep in Eric's step since he's been drinking that coffee? He's kind of a little amped up now.
Yeah, it's like we need to have another get together with Heather Antos, and we can sip and. That meme was the greatest ever.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Crack?
That was Xevious, I think.
Xevious that did it?
Yeah, I'll pull it up again here.
We saw that as we were no, we saw it were we still in the building when we saw it?
I think we were maybe we were in the parking lot. We
were in the parking lot, but I remember you sitting in my passenger seat and you could not breathe. You were laughing so hard.
Yeah, it was really funny.
By the way, I'm gonna remove an article of clothing.
It was really quick.
Please don't. Please no.
Just did.
Rick Johnson says he just backed both covers. All hell.
Oh, right. Now that's the secret message we're trying to spread here.
I think you should bring up Alterman and Schneily's chat and just leave it on screen the whole time.
Oh wait, I'm not going to repeat a name. Who's Alterman? Schneily? Is that what you said?
Schneely?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric is the leader of CG. All right.
And look, that's a drawing of me.
The pecs are spot on.
Yeah, they are.
No shoulders, just pecs.
Sternum. You have sternum gap. That's how you know you're ripped.
That's how you know it's me, because I do have that. I don't like it, but what can you do about it? It's just the way God made me.
So Eric is the letter of CG. Oh, letterer. Did that get confused with letterer?
No, that's a different person. Leader.
They're both.
Follow the leader.
So Heather Antos wants you to back Downcast 3 for inclusive reasons, I'm sure. I don't know. Yeah, when I saw this, it made me laugh so hard because we got the random dude at the Barnes and Noble to take the picture for us, and we're like, we're gonna make kind of like weird faces.
We told him we were going to. It's a meme. That's what we told him.
It's a meme.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I get it, man. It's all good.
Coffee at Barnes and Noble, get it. Love it. Little did he know you were the new milkshake crew. Coffee crew. I love it.
Yeah.
For a second, I was like, maybe Heather Antos really made this meme. She's just making fun of us or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's pretty funny, actually. Good one, Heather. You know,
if Heather Antos ever came to Kansas, she would burn when she crossed into the state border. It would not work.
A house would fall on her. She's even got the stripes.
Oh, that's funny.
Tornado season. She's got socks or a shirt like the socks of the Wicked Witch of the East. She from the East? Is she a East Sider?
She's from New York.
New York, yeah. That makes sense.
Clint, why do you have weapons behind you? What's up with that?
Weapons? What? Yeah, I should have whipped it out. Those are for thumbnail reasons.
Whip it out. Holy cow.
I pulled that gun down when I was on Peter's stream, and it makes for a good thumbnail. It gets attention. Yeah. Maybe I'll grab it soon. Let's look at Downcast again. I'm going to be posting this. Do we have are wrenches posting the link? I have not. I'm trying to pay attention. There's a lot to pay attention to.
I'm a terrible wrench. I could be getting referral links and all of that.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I guess I could do a contest. That's an interesting prospect. There's going to be a fan art contest. I think the launch right here is the big thing, but I will be given some stipulations on the fan art contest that's coming up for Downcast. If you want to get published and have your work in the book, I think that's a good opportunity. And I don't know, a referral contest, that could be cool.
I did that for Flying Fortress.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, don't do a top 10.
That's
just
too many.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
That's fair. That makes
10
sense.
10 was a lot for me. So don't it was like everybody gets this stuff like it became too much, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuz at the time it was like the top 10 it was separated by like 1. It would be like, there's like 20 and then 15 and then it'd be like 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. It's like I think the top. You want it to be have some stipulations like more anybody 10 or more higher or whatever, something like that.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think top 3 is a good idea. I don't know what you get though. So we'll say this, like if you're posting a link everywhere, that's a good idea. Position yourself well. I'll need to figure it out. I don't want to do it on the fly. I've got to figure out what you get for that. But we already have Mortal V saying, tell me what I'll win, Clint. Make it good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I could do like an Amazon gift card, maybe.
I don't think you can.
I thought you just said you'll publish them. Isn't that not good enough?
No, he's saying referral contest.
Sorry. For the fan art contest, you get published, and like I did last time, you get an Amazon gift card.
That's cool.
But for the referral one, I got to think about it. But yeah, make it good. That's what Mortal V says. That's a good idea. Critical Blast is here. Downcast 3 casting off. Woo! Thank you.
So
free copy of the book.
What's after Downcast 3? What's Downcast 4 called? Do you have that already figured out? Can you say? Do you want to say, or is it a spoiler?
I don't have a title for it, but I know what's happening.
Downcast Forever. Downcast Foreclosed.
What about so it'd be like 4 EVA forever.
Eva.
Forever. Isn't that exactly the Jawbreakers for forever?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jawbreakers forever.
And it's just your title should just be emojis.
Yeah. It could be just emojis. It'll be just the poop emoji, faces. That's the only emoji that counts.
I think we're onto something here.
Yeah, this is how creativity works. We're getting very dangerously close to $3,000. Thank you to everybody that backed the campaign. I really appreciate your support here. I'm going to be dropping the link, wrenches, if you help and do so. I think of this as sort of the core of full paste. There we go. This is the core. These are the hardcore
weight train
backers that are on the stream. So if we disseminate the information all over the interwebs, I can see that Twitter, I've got a million notifications, so I know people are tweeting it out. So thank you everybody for doing that. And yeah, spread the word that day one backers get special privileges. Roland Series says 60 boys.
I think you might get your first 100 backers today. I think that could happen. You're going to be on. Where are you going to be at after later tonight? Where are you going to be?
I'm going on with Billy Tucci later.
The Dawn.
The Dawn. Yeah. So that'll be fun. I forget the name of is it Crowdfunding Comics? I think they changed the name, didn't they?
What time is that?
I can't remember. It's this evening. I want to say it's like 6 or 7 for me.
Are you going to go over to Bancroft's?
I'm not scheduled to be on Bancroft's today.
Well, we might have to get you over on my channel then.
Fix that.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and then somehow we might have to do like a Gentleman Scoundrels After Dark so we can have Clint on for 6 to pitch.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
You're literally going to have him on for 6 minutes?
Yeah.
That's the rules, man.
Well, I know the rule, but like, what's the stream going to be 6 minutes and then you're going to leave?
Oh, we'll have like a regular show.
We'll kick him out after he's done pitching, but then we'll invite him back on.
Yeah. Cam's got it right here.
Do that.
You get a bonus poster and a trading card if you back in the first 24 hours.
Ooh, speaking of posters, I've got some news. I bought a poster last night for cover your ears, Leroy, for Scurry.
Why would I cover my ears?
I don't know because did you guys see the news? Let me find it.
Well, I'll just say it was awful coincidental. I found that, Eric. Awful coincidental. If you're talking about the same thing I'm thinking about.
Yeah, that is a strange coinkydink, isn't it?
Well, if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking.
All right, let me pull up the tweet.
I have no idea what you're thinking.
Kinky, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
So here's what happened. So what day was it?
Is it 2 days ago? 2 days ago.
We streamed 2 days ago?
Yeah.
I got to move this to the other. Okay. Sometimes when I share my screen, it wants to crash on me. So let's.
Eric's computer is potato.
Hit 3, 2. I think it's the monitor. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're good. I'm sharing my screen. Do you guys see this tweet?
There it is.
Okay. This is Max Smith, author, creator, artist, writer of the book Scurry. He posted this tweet. He says "fiery," and it's a page from the end of near the end of a book, and it's hashtag comics, hashtag webcomic chat, hashtag comicsgate.
Whoa!
Hashtag comic books illustration, hashtag in all caps, mice.
One does not simply use the Comicsgate hashtag.
Interesting.
Yeah, one does not simply use that without knowing exactly what they're doing.
All right. Okay, so I've heard of Scurry. I've been aware of it for probably years now. I don't know much about him though. Is he just independent?
Yeah, so he is a concept artist, video game concept artist. And about 5 years ago, he started a webcomic called Scurry, fully painted, excellent artwork. And it was a free webcomic. It is over 500 pages total. Each volume is, the first one's like 108 pages, and then it's like 145 or 128 each one, volumes 2 and 3. And he crowdfunded. Each campaign made over 6 figures. And he's done with that. And then he's dropping this.
The story really goes is we did a 2-hour stream, Eric, I, and Michael Bancroft, right, Clint?
Yeah.
And we spent about 40 minutes of that stream talking about this guy and his book. And then this tweet, he drops this tweet that night. After we get done streaming, this tweet drops and he's using the hashtag Comicsgate. It's wow.
He's probably watching the stream.
No. But I just think it's like, what a freaking coincidence, man.
Sometimes I'm surprised though at like a lot of people watch these streams in the industry.
Yeah.
No, Tommy says he has used it before. It was the first time we've noticed it. So
that's the first time we noticed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the book. Let me turn that nasty blur off. It always affects things. So this is the series.
Wow.
And it's gold foil, hard cover, slip cover, beautiful. And let me tell you about book plates, right?
Yeah.
Got some book plate action.
He's got book plates in there.
Not only is it, not only is it signature, which by the way he just signs at Mac.
It's got
also numbered and it's
foil,
also
I need to
foily.
just sign Vaughn from now
Yeah.
on. Oh, it's numbered. Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, Clint, you need to step your game up, man.
I don't even know how to get one printed like that. So it's like a foil stamped.
Yep.
Interesting. I checked with the API because they can do foil stamps, but they said they don't do book plates. It's like one of the only things they don't print.
Sticker, right?
Yeah, it's a sticker. But yeah, they don't do stickers. And not only that, it's like you want a sticker that has a matte or it has an uncoated sticker so you can sign on it.
Yeah, this is a great all ages book. Great to read to your kids. And it's just beautiful. I just want to do hardcover from now on. I mean, forever, right? It just
I know, it's so nice.
I love the idea of releasing a story as 3 separate books and then at the end giving people a nice box to put them in.
yeah.
Just
Here's another one. While I'm showing off my books,
We did cross $3,000. Thank you to everybody that has backed the campaign so far. I love you all. Thank you so much. Eric, let's see what you got here.
this is Steve Lichman, Volume 1. I also have Volume 2.
That's nice.
This is a way to do it. It is cloth bound, gold foil, debossed, I think, debossed. And this is Dave Raposa, who has his book called Steve Lichman, and it's hilarious.
it is funny, man.
It's really funny. And if you ever get a chance to, I think this is also most of it's available online to read for free as well. If you ever get a chance to get this up, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't even, it's still sealed. I haven't even got to it yet. But, talk about adventures in crowdfunding. Another over 6 figures campaign.
And that was crowdfunded. Yeah. Wow. Yep. That's really nice. Yeah. I wish, I don't know, the hardcovers. I think I'd have to approach it from the get-go, knowing I'm going to make a hardcover book, get pricing together, figure out, I don't know, all that. So far, everything I've done has been based off of a paperback. So
yeah,
but you could do it with a collection, like
absolutely.
After, you don't have.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning.
Yeah.
Even one single book with a slipcase is still cool.
Definitely, yeah.
If you do like a full, I don't know, four book series of Downcast, however, I don't know how many you have planned, but you put it all together, one hardcover with the slipcase. Beautiful.
Yeah, it would be really nice. I don't know, the hardcover books. I've been more interested in buying hardcover books for sure, especially when I learned that they both exist. It's like I just want the hardcover.
We might be getting a hardcover in fulfillment this week sometime. Starting.
Talking about warts and all.
Yeah.
And there's a slip cover there. I'm really looking forward to getting that. Thank you, Art. Appreciate it. Very cool. So we'll post the link again. Let's watch. I gotta watch our video trailer here. So I did get permission to use the music, but whenever I play the music, it still gets copyright claimed. Small price to pay. It's okay. Not a strike, just a claim. So here, let me stop sharing, reshare. There we go. Oh wait, did I not do audio? Gosh, sorry guys. My brain is on overdrive. All right, there we go. Let me play the video for you here. And this is Downcast 3.
I see what no one else can.
Oops.
One taste of that cursed stone sent me to the bottom of the ocean. For years I wandered, searching but not seeing. Finally, when I opened my eyes, I saw them for what they are. Not benevolent, not omnipotent, and not gods. you smell that? It's here. If you could see what I see, you would understand why I hunt them.
All right.
Excellent. Now that is the voice of Monstro speaking, right?
That is the Monstro. I had so much fun doing that. When I wrote the Fatal one and kind of worked through it and fumbled through it, Vaughn helped me out immensely, not only with the fantastic voiceover, but some editing stuff afterward as well. It was just so much fun to make trailers. So one day I was just months ago, I was like, I just want to make a trailer. That sounds like fun. So I might as well just do it.
It is fun.
Yeah. not like the greatest video quality production or anything like that, but it is a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
And the getting to do your voice with different effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Vaughn had this website that had voice effects that he pointed out to me. It was really easy to use. You upload the audio and then you download it from the website with the effects on it. And it was pretty cool. So I used that again here as well.
Came out good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah, so that's the trailer. I see Art said he just posted about the new book. Hope it helps. Thank you. Every little bit helps. Getting it around, sharing some art. We're having a fan art contest too, so that's another thing. It worked well with Fatal, I think, just to get, I don't know, some excitement. You want to get published in the book, get a gift card as well. I think I haven't decided how many I'm going to publish with the book, but if you want to have your stuff published, if you do some fan art, you've got some art here to go off of, some references, draw us a picture. It doesn't matter, you know, your skill level. It's all great stuff. And if you share it on social media, make sure to tag me or email it to me. Let me know that you shared it somewhere. Then you've been entered into the contest. So I think that makes for a fun time. Let's see. I hope Leroy draws himself peeing. Oh gosh, peeing in a cup, but the gravity powers make the pee float and it hits Bancroft next to him. That's very specific.
I may have done some Magic Cup 2 fan art that involves the Magic Cup, Clint. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I gotcha. I get it now.
2 Leroy's, 1 cup.
There you go.
Well, it was 1 Leroy, 1 cup actually.
Oh,
but
okay.
I know what you're talking, the reference is into. I've never seen it and I never want to. All right, 61 backers. Thank you, everybody that's backed the campaign. Really appreciate it. We're moving up. I set the goal at $5,000 here. I don't know why. I think 5,000 technically, if we only had that many backers, that would be enough to get everything done, because I financed most of it myself. As far as the book production goes, the art, all the line art, the coloring is complete. So this is ready to be lettered, edited, and sent to the printer. That's where we're at right now. So I'm pretty excited about it. This is how I want to do crowdfunding going to the future, whenever possible. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how these covers are going. Oh my goodness. Look how this is a horse race. We got 10 up here for cover B. That's Matt Weldon's cover. We have 8 down here for Eric's cover. So close, especially considering that we have 6 people that are getting both of them here. We have 8 people here who knows what cover they're getting. I'll have to look behind. We got 2 more that got both covers. Let's see, we get any new readers? We do have 2 new readers that got the new reader bundle.
Nice.
Yeah, we have sketch covers. If you want to have a sketch cover, Ethan, let's see, it was Downcast 2. He told me, just have a tier where you draw something for $100. I was like, no one wants what I draw for $100. And he said, just do it anyway. So I did it this time, but I have a better format. I've got a sketch cover for it. So That's something I learned from Ethan. And if you want to take this from me, it's going to cost you $1,000. I'm happy to keep it though. This original cover by Matt Weldon, it's so cool. But that is available though too. I set it high because if I don't sell it, I'm fine with that. I mean, but if I do, $1,000, that's pretty big. So
Get a new shotgun.
that's right.
Yeah, do that.
I've been
Polish your weapons on stream.
oh, that's right. You want me to bring that gun down, huh? For the views. Here, hold on a minute. I don't want any butt shots, so
I do.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, is this a firearm stream? I'll be right back. Just playing.
Do I need to grab mine? How you doing, Vaughn? Welcome to Giant Scoundrels, episode 28. 27 and a half.
Now.
It's ours now.
0.5. Let's do it.
How's Uncle Carl doing? I don't know. I don't have control of this stream. Maybe we'll find out later.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Perhaps tonight, Uncle Carl will grace us with his glistening muscular presence.
Uh-oh.
So the only purpose
hello.
The only purpose of this is just so that it gets into the YouTube. This will be the thumbnail. We can sit here for a minute and people will say, Clint has a gun? Like, what's happening here? That's it. I will not point it at the camera. That's the only rule here, I think. But
and every time he gets a backer, he fires upward. He shoots into the air.
in a very safe YouTube friendly way. That's
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
That's all this comes down to. This is all
Safety first.
for the algorithm. I think that's probably good enough though. I just hate being solo screen.
This episode of Mormons with Guns.
So Vaughn, I heard you say that you're taking on a lot more writing.
It looks like
I feel like I'm being interviewed by Gomer Pyle right now, man.
So,
Joker, hey Joker, Full Metal Jacket. So what you want to talk about writing? Okay, Gomer. So here's the thing. Yeah, man, I've been taking on a lot of writing jobs for people, and they've been hiring me to write like not even just short stories, but like one shots for them, which has been amazing. And I've been loving it. I've been loving getting my stuff out there. I've been getting the work for Narwhal, getting the work for Sovereign Wolf. So Henry Winkler. I mean, you're going to see some really cool stories. Eddie Winkler, not Henry, not the Fonz.
I was about to say Henry Winkler's the Fonz, dude.
He's cool, but he's not that cool. Anyway, but yeah, it's been a blast. And then I've got some other people I'm working on stuff with behind the scenes. Don't want to announce it all yet, but like some pretty big names in the Comicsgate realm, and I'm just
nice.
Loving life, man. Yeah, it's been fun.
That's great. So I wondered about that, like with writing, and I kind of pulled up this fair page rate thing. I was hoping there'd be a new one, but the latest one is 2016.
Yeah, that's because they all quit because Trump was elected.
That was the year that everything stopped.
That was the year of pencils down. Yeah.
Essentially, nothing's happened since. But I was looking at this. They had, I think, like an overall one. There you go. So they had like script writing for the mainstream, $80 to $100 a page, is the page rate, or indie comics, 25 to 50. Clearly, you can also write something for no money, which happens a lot in independent comics.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, cover, line art, colors, letters, you get it. Anyway, so I was talking to Eric about how with lettering, when you explain to people that you are a letterer, like a normal person, they're like, what's a letterer? I don't get it. And you have to be prepared to explain that. And then the next question is, do you letter for Batman?
Yeah.
Or Spider-Man?
So you write the comic?
Yeah.
No. I mean, then it's like, well, yeah, I mean, I've written my own, but no, I don't write. No. I hate that question. I was on a stream with, it was a closeout stream, or was it the Groken closeout stream? No, it was with Shane and Leroy and Kenneth was there, and we were talking about what we say we do to normies. Because you can't just say, oh, I'm a mechanic, I work at such and such down on whatever street. or I'm an accountant. Like most jobs, you can just say one thing, and then that's the end of the conversation. If you say, "Well, I work in the comic book industry," oh, I didn't even know they made comic books anymore. How's that? So you draw them? Do you write them too? So is it like a collaboration? Do you work with other people? So how's that work? How do you sell them?
I feel like when I tell people I work in comics, they think I'm lying or something.
Yeah.
Or that you're just a big kid who doesn't want to grow up and get
Or you say you're an artist and they
cool.
think, oh, you don't make any money. It's like, no.
Right. That's the same, with writing. Or it'll just be like, oh, I write. What do you write? Comics. And then immediately they say, are you published? Do you get that, Vaughn? Are you published?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Like, I decided to publish myself.
Right.
I decided it was good to do that.
But, and this is exactly my point to why I brought this up. Is like, so Eric and I were talking, and when you look at whatever that guy last week or something that was saying, I'm a letterer and I turned down Comicsgate work because
how dare you?
I'm, I have pearls to clutch. So in that case, it doesn't really, the page rate matters very little because if you don't have enough work, none of that really matters. You know what I mean? If you did one
hold
page.
On. I have to interrupt you, but Peter Smetty said, I just tell people that I work with the mentally ill.
I mean, you did have Clint waving a gun around like a wild man.
So, Vaughn, tell me, what do you do?
Yeah, I've got questions,
and I'm ready to answer all of them as truthfully as I can.
For the thumbnails.
That's funny.
Yeah, but if there's no work, it's almost like the page rate has become irrelevant. Like it doesn't matter. Once I got paid $100 to write a page that one time, like I don't know, that's like finding it in your pocket or something. That doesn't matter. But
I try to give people my rates in terms of being a pro, as if I'm a pro. But then if it's Comicsgate people, I will pull it back a notch, and lower the prices.
Yeah, I mean, and it definitely like whatever Vaughn is hired for, he's worth every penny, I'm sure, and more. But the point is that like Eric lettering, I'm going to guess, this is just my own speculation, that you're probably making more than most mainstream letterers because you get people coming back over and over. It's not like you have this publisher that you have to appease and then you're not getting work all of a sudden because you're freelance,
Not only that. So you see a lot of tweets about how like it's tough out there for letterers these days and all this. And I saw a tweet from Russ Wooten, who's a letterer. He works a lot with he's worked on Invincible and he works with Daniel Warren Johnson. And this was like a year, maybe 2 years ago. He was talking about how in all of his years, like he was like, I got a bonus for lettering. He's like, I've been lettering for 16 years. It's only the second time I've gotten a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm like, reverse those numbers, and that's Comicsgate. I've been lettering for 2 years, and I've got 16 bonuses. Like, the work here has been fantastic, and I have nothing but thank yous to give out to for everybody in the chat, everybody that backs books. You guys make all of this happen. You guys helped me buy this house, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful for what CG has done for me. So, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I wouldn't have been published at all. I tried for years to get into comics. It's just tough to stand out, especially being a white straight male. I'm just going to say it like that. Yeah. There's a, that's a thing. You just can't stand out, but it's screw publishers except for Alterna.
Oh man.
Thank you, Pete. Oh, he backed cover B.
No, I'm not.
Thank you, Peter.
Any delusions about which cover is going to sell more? I don't. I get it.
I don't need to see this. Come on.
I get it.
No, man. Both of these are so close. 65 backers. We're at 3,500. We're getting really close to the goal, which of 5,000. I have my real goal for today, and I think we're doing actually very well. I'm pretty happy about this so far. If you haven't backed it yet, it's a good time to get in there. If you're on the mailing list, you can check your email, check your junk folder, whatever you need to check. but help us get this book published. It's already finished, so now it's just getting it lettered, edited, and printed. That's all we need to do. So my goal is before the campaign is over, I've got the print file sent in, and all I have to do is tell them the number of copies that we're going to get printed. That's what I want to have it be. So it should be a quick turnaround time. Yeah, Mortal V says 69 backers is the next goal. It's only fair.
Right.
Yeah.
69 dudes.
Yeah, I'm curious too. Has anybody been using? I could probably look into the back end and see this, but is anybody using the add-on feature? This is my very first time having add-on perks, and I'm curious if people use them or if it's just like, whatever. It's a nice option, but I don't know. I will find out. But
I've used them all the time in other not this campaign, but in other campaigns.
Yeah.
I use them quite often, actually. So I like it.
There have been a few. I think it was Ethan's, one of his campaigns this past year was the first time I backed add-ons, and then I've done it several times since. But I don't know. I'm curious.
I hear it
I
can
like-
be kind of
I like
a pain
them.
when you're fulfilling, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm not sure how
that's
that'll
something I'm
go.
going to find out
Yeah.
soon.
And that's I tried to make things so like there's not too many add-ons, but I'm not sure of a better way to do it, especially when you have book 1 and book 2. They need to be available to people.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The add-ons made sense there. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think
Very
they hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they hold someone back. I think there's going to be some people that appreciate it and other people that just glaze right by, right? So it's cool to have them. I think it's a cool thing to see when you're checking out, because it's kind of that last chance of like, are you sure you don't want that extra little sketchbook or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
My critique with add-ons is I wish that creators would put like add-ons like in bold and then underline and just list on the front page what was available in add-ons, because usually you don't see that until you check out. So that would be my one critique, is when you're using when you're have add-ons, put it on the front page where I can see it.
That's a really good idea.
Nice.
Yeah, easy to do. Just like one Photoshop page or something that has add-ons and then a list of items. In this case, we've got the t-shirt, which has to ship separately. So it's kind of just, it would be the same, I think, if you just bought the t-shirt versus adding it on, but it could be just more convenient to do it at the same time. So we got a t-shirt. We have assigned Downcast #1 Alterna version, just regular cover. Then there's also Downcast Volume 1, Downcast Volume 2 that you can add on. I'm pretty sure that is it. That's the extent of it. But yeah, good to know that people are using them so far. Very cool.
You should do a print with you do it like what Vaughn said earlier, of Joker and Full Metal Jacket, where you're staring up in the camera with that gun. Do like a little postcard print like that.
That's a good idea. And it just says, thanks for backing.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Full Metal backer, something like that.
Absolutely. I'm multitasking here. I'm trying to get links. Whenever you guys post something in the private chat, I never see it until like, who knows, 30 minutes later.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I could have dropped. I could do that for you.
No, it's all good. I've got it right now.
Okay.
Posting.
I figured I'd ask first.
Oh yeah, no worries. No, that totally a good idea. I thought I would do it at some point. Tag you for backing. Thank you. Did I say that? Tag you for backing. I'll go with it. And thank you for backing. Blue Samurai Zero says, I looked at the add-ons, but they're not thorough. Example, AFO, $15 difference. I'm not sure what AFO means. Alterna, I'm not sure. $15 difference isn't available with both covers unless someone wants the collector's bundle, etc. for another $20. I'll have to look at it specifically. If you don't mind sending me an email or something and letting me know exactly what it is, it's possible I messed something up.
So this is one of the things I love about crowdfunding is they're there and they're like, hey, I want this, but something's messed up or it's not available. Would you add it?
Throw
And
it.
you just do it.
I
Yeah.
just like to say that Jim Cox is the real hero today. He says, "Don't tell Eric, but I got the Weldon cover too."
Oh, man.
Collect your bundle for 20 plus. So you're saying if you get both covers, all for Owen is not available as an add-on. I can fix that if that is the problem. I know.
I'll tell you what. I'm lettering a book right now. I need to make videos.
Regular videos. Is that what you're saying?
I have this plan. It's just about, I gotta be on with Clint. I gotta letter Downcast 3. I gotta do this and that and draw my own book. And
yeah,
the videos are not coming, but I'm working, I am an artist. So I know I'm also a writer. Like I have tips for writers. I have tips for artists. I want to make videos for them.
Yeah.
It makes my job easier.
You're not hashtag just a writer though, Eric.
No, I'm hashtag
also
just
a writer.
I'm just saying, there's certain things that I could give insight about how to lay out a panel so you have room for word balloons. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you're raging, right? You're reading.
I'm raging
right
a little
now.
bit,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a seething.
Hmm.
There's a little, but it's bubbling up a little bit.
Good word choice.
Don't worry, it's not a.
Because you're a letterer and all. But the thing is like, it's true. Like artists have it when you make a comic book from the writer, all like in the script, all the way to the final pages. Like you are a team working together, and it is important to be mindful of how you're going to keep it easy for your other teammates. Like when I write scripts, I'm thinking about, I'm totally counting how many words are in every panel, or caption or bubble that I'm doing, because my letterer needs an easy, fun time too. You know what I mean? Like I can't just make a mess and hope everyone else is there to clean it up later. Like it's a team effort. You're building something together. It's a blueprint. So
yeah. Well, the other day I had a tweet that was just like, "Hey, writers, artists, please, if you have the character on the left, speak first." And then people are like, "Well, that's the artist's issue. That's not our issue as a writer." I'm like, "No, I've worked on almost 100, probably 100 books by now. I've worked on 100 books. Sometimes it's the writers can fix it, because dialogue is written afterwards. So if the artist wasn't paying attention and they put the character speaking first on the right, well, you just give the person on the left even a single word will fix it, because it allows the balloons to flow properly. Otherwise, I've got to depending on the layout of the page, I have to either cover stuff up I don't want to cover up, break panel borders, which I don't like to do, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it just becomes it's part of my job getting that stuff sorted out, but it's no big deal. But
it's tricky because as the writer, like you can direct the blocking of where people are going to be in the panel, but at the same time, you can't always do that every time. But I do try to write where the first person who speaks first. And if there's any sound effect, there's a sound effect. Like it basically reads from left to right the way you're supposed to read it in my scripts. And I hope the artist follows that flow, Yeah.
And Art T. Bear just said the 12 to 15 words per balloon is the magic number. And that's correct. Max 25 at the very max. If you have to have them long-winded, if it gets over that, or if I don't have room, I'm cutting balloons in half and I'm making them so they go around the people, or I'll move stuff from one panel to the previous one or the next one, just so that my number one goal is to make sure that the art is viewable. So I can not covering up important things. Is unfortunately it can happen. It's like I was showing. I showed Clint. I showed him my Blood Honey relettering. There was one page in particular in Blood Honey where Heather she's watching the newscast. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. She's watching that, and Cyberfrog's in there. He crawls in and he's like, "Hey, you got any food?" Ethan drew a picture. It's a little background element, not a big deal, but Ethan is a big Elvis fan. And he drew a poster of Elvis on Heather's wall. And the original lettering had covered that up.
Yeah.
I brought the king back. The king is back. He's on the wall. He's balling his shot calling.
The way it should be.
Well,
Yeah.
and, like that's an Easter egg for
Easter egg, and there's
the-
tiny
and
little
the
things.
fans will get it. You know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fans are like, oh, Ethan likes Elvis. He put Elvis in there. If I'm aware of those, like I know Ethan more than maybe I know somebody that just hires me to do it. I may not know like, oh, the Easter egg is this, but I've learned enough over the years to like move everything I can out of the way whenever possible. Unfortunately, it's not always possible.
Yeah.
And on rare occasions, I will message them and be like, hey, there's way too much going on here and I can't make it work. Do we want to rewrite this panel, for instance? And then we'll get edits where they cut it down and everything fits.
I think we can all agree that it's up to all the artists and writers in Comicsgate to make Eric Weathers' life as easy as possible.
I like where you're going with that.
Yeah.
I've been doing it backward the whole time.
Oh, no.
Trying to. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. I'll change things up a little bit. It's just teasing. No, I think something I've learned with the process of a writer working with a letterer in specific is I think it's helpful if I break things up. Even, for example, if I want there to be 2 separate word balloons, you know what I mean? Like it's spoken and there's like a beat or something. Put that in the script, like off the get-go, instead of making it a change after the fact. It just seems to like you just get it the first time.
Yeah.
It flows a lot more smoothly. Most of the times I have sound effects, but sometimes I don't. Do you like coming up with sound effects, Eric? Is that fun to you? Or do you wish the writer would just put in the sound effect?
If I didn't make up my own sound effects, this wouldn't be here
Yeah.
today. So yes, I did. It depends on the book. So sometimes there are no sound effects written in, and I don't put any in, and they'll be like, "Hey." And then afterwards, they're like, "Hey, let's add a sound effect here and here." That's all right. Sometimes there are way too many sound effects. Sometimes sound effects are needed though for fun.
I love sound
Sometimes the
effects.
sound effects are needed to help
Yeah.
the story, so that like if there's something happening off panel, and that it's not implicit in the artwork or whatever, something falling and you hear a crash or whatever. Sometimes that's necessary to add that stuff. But I don't mind making up sound effects because they're pretty easy to come up with. But sometimes it'll be like the sound. I had one that was the sound of a baby crying. And I was like, well, do I just put wah, wah, wah? You're like,
Yeah.
are people going to know what that is? Like sometimes the sound effects, I think, aren't necessary in some cases, where you could just have a picture of a baby crying and then have a word balloon of wah or goo goo gaga or whatever it is. So, it's a, there's an art form to it. There's a give and take. There's all that kind of stuff. So it's just a matter of case by case. But yeah, I don't mind making it. Again, Splort. You got to get the Splort t-shirt.
I think I specifically, I got to recheck though. I think I have a Splort specifically in Downcast 3 just for the memes.
Nice. It's making its rounds for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure that I have also at least one instance where I don't know what the sound is. So I just put metal sound or, you know what I mean?
See, now we have to be, Clint or Vaughn and I were working on this through Monster MD. Like you have to be careful with how this is another video you have to be careful with how you space out your lettering on certain sound effects, like click. Because the L and the I together just make it look like cuck.
Yeah.
So you have to do it right. Otherwise,
which might be appropriate depending on the, just.
Yeah. That was fun. What about and flick? You got to watch out.
Yep, you got to watch out for flick because the L and the I look like a U.
Trust me, being named Clint, I know the L and I problem very well. I remember, I think I posted this on Twitter once. I got a Christmas card one time from somebody at work, and I was like,
"Merry Christmas, yuck!
I beg your pardon."
You filthy animal.
I just saw this on Twitter. I thought it was kind of hilarious.
Fantastic. Yeah, be
You see
prepared.
that? Like open wide. No, it's like trying to feed a 3-year-old medicine or something. You're like cramming it down their throat.
The thing is, I have to wonder, left-wing activists might be getting wise to this at some point, right? I mean, they have to know that it's just total pandering. Have you seen that meme where they're Occupy Wall Street, they're mad at the corporation, and then the corporation just puts rainbow flags on everything and everyone's happy with the corporation?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. Rainbow mugs for everyone.
That's all it takes. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Cyberpunk sucks, and then they put a rainbow flag on the case. Or the new improved Cyberpunk.
Right. Yeah. It's it really. I was thinking it is. I said this in a video, but it's worth repeating. It's the fart joke of the literary world because it's just the easiest way to get accolades. I'm woke, so therefore, like, you're gonna get an award for it. It's the easy way out. At some point, that's got to stop, but I don't know.
So it's funny. My wife was listening to a podcast, and I don't know if you guys remember Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's on HBO Max, and one of the guys, Chip something, he was on a podcast talking about his time on the show, and he mentioned that the easy joke is the sex joke. It's the peen joke. That's the but sometimes he would do it and he would feel like, I went for the easy one. But if he could not go for that quote fart joke, there was a victory in it because he was able to go above and beyond and make people laugh on something that with more merit.
Right.
And then you bring out that the woke points or the fart jokes of internet clout. And I thought that it was just serendipitous. It was perfect description.
Yeah. Yeah, I went and I saw a comedian on a cruise ship, and he explained the whole fart joke thing, and it made sense why Amy Schumer, again, like most of her jokes consist of the same thing over and over again. But it's I don't know. At some point, it's like it just gets tiresome. I think even left-wing activists surely must see all the woke marketing stuff and get eye rolling over it. I don't know.
Eye rolling, but at the same time, I think they love it because it's like our way or the highway. Yeah, deal with it. There's kind of an attitude they have. You know what I mean?
It's like, see, we own this corporation now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're gonna deal with this, whether you like it or not, and we enjoy that. That's
this
the
is your
attitude.
problem now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll take a look back at the campaign again. Sorry, I know my transitions suck, but we'll just do it anyway. We have 67 backers. Thank you so much to every single person that has backed the campaign. I really, really appreciate it. That helps us continue to make comics. So I really appreciate it. We want to look at the tiers. I realized All for Owen I don't have as an add-on at all right now. So that's the problem. It won't let me post it unless I have an image, so I need to hop into Photoshop to make one. I don't really want to do that on a live stream because that's going to make for I'll just be AFK for a while. So I'm not going to do that. Okay. Yet, but I will do it later after I get off. Anyway, so I have the collector's bundle, $75. I'm going to try and add stretch goals for everybody, but I also want to add stretch goals specifically to the collector's bundle, just to always sweeten the deal. I think that's nice. So far, 7 of those claimed. So thank you very much. Let's see the count here. We have 11 Matt Weldon covers, at least on the front side that we're seeing here, and 8 Eric Weathers covers. Both are fantastic. Back either or. Back both of them. I know Eric would be
Kelsey Shannon cover.
Yeah, Eric Weathers and Kelsey Shannon. This Jax is about ready to get a face full of chain right here.
Maybe if we just call it the Kelsey Shannon cover, Eric.
That might help. Yeah.
That's cold. We have the t-shirt here. I'm hoping people are doing these on add-ons. So far, I've seen people say they're doing them as add-ons. I think it's the same either way. So if you missed your t-shirt and you're like, oh no, I want to cancel my order and put it as an add-on, you could just back the t-shirt. It's fine because I added the shipping because it has to ship separately for the add-on perk. So it's all the same. So it's t-shirts, book, All for Owen. You can select which cover you want and get All for Owen. That way you get just one of each, essentially, that what the new reading material is. We got 2 people so far that have backed one of each. We got 3 new readers, welcome new readers. At least I don't know how many people did the add-on new reader perk. We also have an Alterna sketch that I'll do myself for you. I've had a few takers on my website for that, so you can go for it here on the campaign if you want. And the Matt Weldon cover original art is still available.
Still there.
Still there.
I love this Monstro guy, man. He's so mysterious, and I want to know more. And I've seen him get knocked through walls and stand face to face with Mega, the Meg Shark, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but at the same time, you do need to know a little bit. So, but he's, I mean, if you read The Secret History of Strata, which was a little bit of an experiment for additional stuff for a book, but I kind of went over a little bit of his history. Basically, he's one of the guys that's kind of like Rise who ate a piece of the stone.
Yeah.
And so he cannot die as far as we know. So he has spent years and years and years wandering the ocean floor in sort of a mental daze. And then he realized he's kind of come to his senses and realizes what he needs to do. And that's sort of stop all of everything that's been happening. I don't want to give away too much, but he's coming up to Strata to dole out some vengeance. So he's a little bit of an anti-hero.
Cool.
And he's sort of, I guess, a mix between my version of Thor and, I don't know, somebody else. I'll think about it. But yeah, he's a little bit of an anti-hero. He talks a little bit like a pirate. He's from the 1800s. And
he's been around.
He's been around a very long time. Yeah.
Very cool.
He's as old as George. Yeah.
We have 62 people watching. Make sure you guys are sharing the links out, not only to the campaign, but also to the stream. Get people in here to hang out with us as we ascend. I mean, it is submerged, but we want to take it to the stratosphere.
That's right. That's the whole thing here.
Hit the like button, smash it.
We're trying to crawl out of the abyss, Eric. Trying to crawl out of the abyss here.
Yeah. Crawl out of the abyss. Make love to an alien water life form and back Downcast 3.
Oh my. Speaking of alien, no, I don't. This is not a good transition. Published in Pete says, "Sweet, how long are you streaming? I'll hop on soon if you aren't ending soon." Yeah, hop on. You're welcome to join us, Peter. I don't really have an exact set time. I just figured I'll stream until I get hungry. Maybe that's how I'll do it. Or until it just feels right. So yeah, hop in. We'd love to talk to you. Let's see. The bonus story at the end of Rise and Fall was really neat. Oh, thank you. The journal entries were a good format like Dracula, but the villain protagonist was well done as a POV. I really appreciate that. I didn't hear a lot about Rise and Fall and how that went over, but it is, if you read that, you'll understand the Monstro a little bit and where he came from and, what he has to do with everything. But yeah, it really is introducing a new character. We have a new villain in here as well that I spent a lot of time thinking about how villains make a story great, especially in comics. And so I put a lot of my creative effort into the villain in this one or villains in this one. And I think it just makes for a really interesting story. I'm really excited for everyone to read it. I think you're going to like it. Yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Yes. All right.
You ever watched 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Long time ago.
Me too. I loved it as a kid, man. So that's what Monstro always takes me back to.
Yeah, there's something I don't know, it's just a fun, mysterious kind of all the underwater stuff is fun. I would love to do just a Monstro book because he has.
You need to do a Monstro, dude. I want to draw that book. I wish I could.
You want to draw a Monstro book?
I do.
It would be
He's
so
such a fun character.
Fun. I know.
Damn it, Eric! You have like Savage Wilds, Battle. You have no time.
I know. That's what I said. I want to, but I'm not able to.
Yeah. Well, maybe I can harangue you into doing a cover again. But I'd love to if people like the character. Then I think what I'd love to do is a mini series with him, kind of thing. So it'd basically just be a book, basically, but what would equate to a miniseries, because he has a really interesting story all the way going back. Albino Thunderbuns for $10. Thank you. Says, after Mike Bancroft wakes up, I'm going to smack him for not booking you on his show tonight. Then you can expect him to reach out. I'll be backing the Weathers cover when you're on the show. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Why is Joe sucking up to Eric? I don't.
Joe has my heart.
this.
No, you know why? You know why? Do I need to say it?
What are you lettering his book too?
No. Well, yes, but that's not why.
I mean, that's obvious, but yeah.
No. Who was Joe? Who had Joe as their? Who hired him as their first editor? As
Vaughn?
his first job?
Not me.
No.
Clint?
Oh,
I'm all out of guesses.
it was Matt Weldon.
What's it? Yeah, there you go.
No, Joe's my boy. He's in my heart.
Nice.
And your heart will go on.
Yes, it will. Like a sinking Titanic, found by a submerged diving bell operator, or whatever those things are called.
That's all good. It is the super chats edit what you say sometimes. They force you not to say certain things.
You know what's
running
difficult about that is it doesn't tell you what word.
Yeah, right.
And then you're like I was. I sometimes spend like 10 minutes. Like, how do I word this? That what word is wrong?
Yeah,
Like it's very. It's very.
And knowing you, Eric, you're probably not putting foul language in super chats very often. You know,
Not often. No.
But yeah, like I've had it where it seems like it always happens on Ethan's stream. I'll try to send in a super chat and it just won't. I don't know if they have bigger scrutiny for bigger. I don't know, but I can't. It's like I'll try endlessly to send one in and I just give up because I don't know how. I don't know how to word it.
You have to super chat him next live stream and tell him to check his junk. Clay.
Yeah, this is junk. DOWNCAST 3.
Hashtag. Yeah. Hashtag healthy. I don't know.
Healthy at any size.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get YouTube's deal anyway. Downcast 3 submerged live on Indiegogo right now. Launch stream. I really appreciate you guys for coming in. It's midday streams are a little tough sometimes to get people coming out. I don't know. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Refresh that campaign, my boy.
Oh, we climbing. Lots of good filling. Holy cow.
Beautiful.
We're $5 away from 4,000. Thank you, everybody that has backed. That means we're only $1,005 away from hitting the $5,000 goal, which means that the book will be printed and produced, shipped out to everybody. The book is finished, so you don't have to wait a long time. So if you're thinking about, you're going to back it, and you're just like, well, I'll get to it, you might as well do it today, because you get an additional trading card and fold-out poster if you back in the first 24 hours. There you
Beautiful. Go. Same printers that you usually use?
Yeah, I think I've been having a good experience with the API so far.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan. It bothers me when books from book to book, if you go to a different printer with the exact same print files, it's still going to look a little different, or the size will be a little different. So I just want to stick to them anyway, but they do good work. I've been really happy with it so far. You use them
the books
too.
I've seen from different
they were great.
APIs are the greatest looking.
Yeah. I'm really happy with how Monster MD came out with them.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we'll see. I might I don't know about the foil stamp on the cover if I want to go there this time, especially if you'll notice that both covers are slightly different. So I'd have to have a different die made, because I had to have Joanne's head over the top of I'll go down here so you can see it, the logo. So here it's a full thing. It made sense like that. Had to have Joanne sort of breaking the logo. So I'd have to do a different metal die for each one. If we get high up enough, I guess we can do that. But
you get high enough?
Yeah. I mean,
so volunteer.
I'll pass it along, guys.
So, but yeah, we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when it gets here, which is actually going to be pretty quick. It's kind of wild to think about. I could start pre-press right now, but I would like to get those, decide on which fan art is going to go in there and which, the names for everybody that backed it, that's getting their name in the book. I think that'll be helpful. Faceman66 space 6 says, and backed number 76. Thank you so much. That's a great number too. Backer 76.
Yeah, 76. Remember, do you guys remember the game Interstate 76? Anybody?
I don't think I've ever played that. Thank you, Mandible Smasher.
It was a game that came out like 95 on the PC, and it was a car combat game, but it had a story. It wasn't like Twisted Metal, which was just demo derpy.
Right.
But there was a story, and it was like it had all of this funk music, and it was really fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's we don't talk about that Fallout Crazy Man. We don't talk about that one.
I've heard that they've kind of fixed things, but I haven't. I got a free copy of it with my mic.
It's been
years. They fixed it 4 years later. Well, that's good.
Hey, some games can fix it and pull out like a pigeon. Like Battlefront 2, they fixed their issues. And No Man's Sky is a great game now, so it's possible. But that said, Bethesda is not as good as they used to be. They haven't innovated in a long time.
I'm so out of the loop when it comes to video games. I have a PS4, but I hardly ever play now. My son's pretty into it though now.
Yeah.
I got Resident Evil Village. I need to play that more.
Is that the one with the giant woman in it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I can't wait to meet that one.
I love that I've seen so many memes about it, and I've never played it. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty cool so far. I've only just started, but werewolves, creepy village, I'm in. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, the last Resident Evil game I played was on the Wii, actually. We had a Wii, and I wanted to get adult games because everything was like a party game or kid game. So they have Resident Evil, and it was like a point and shoot, like an arcade version where you're
that would have been Resident Evil Shoot.
I think that was it. Revenant. Just I don't remember.
Something like that.
They had two of them like that. I know my one of my friends had the first one, and so I was like, "Oh, I'll get one for the Wii." Oh, there's a new one, so I got the second one. So yeah, then the last one before that was PS1 days. I think it was Resident Evil 2.
Classic.
Yeah,
the Wii was such a waste of a console. Like I got the charm of it, but looking back, it's like,
dude,
weird thing.
My in-laws still use it to play like bowling and archery with all the grandkids. They still use it now, now.
It is a grandma console. So get props to Nintendo for getting into that market, but it's so strange to think about, like that whole era, the 2006 when all those new consoles came out, where like a Rock Band, all these peripherals were, there's Wii Fit, and Mario Kart had a steering wheel that you would put your Wiimote in, and like everything was just, let's make more and more and more peripherals.
They have one called Rocksmith that you could actually hook your real guitar up into like an amp. I played it. It's not bad.
I've kind of thought about looking into it, but I never pulled the trigger.
Do you guys ever see that one game, Steel Battalion, that they came out with? It's like a giant mech thing you have to buy with the dual controllers.
Yeah, and had like
takes up most of your house.
The whole desk.
Yeah. So like there was a video game store in Austin back when I lived then that was just trying to get rid of the last one. So it was on sale. So I bought it, and you take home this giant box and then set up this giant like mech, like like center, and you're like, "Yep, never gonna get laid again. Let's do this." and you start piloting your Mac online. Like they don't let you just play it and like learn it. So I have to go online and go up against people who are like also not getting laid and like totally destroy. And they totally destroyed me. And like right when I like piloted my Mac, it just fell over like immediately. And I was like, "What am I doing?" Anyway,
See, this is why you get married, because then you could buy the Met game and still get laid.
and she has to deal with it. Yeah. But yeah, it was something else. They were doing a lot of fun, weird peripherals and extras on games back then.
And then you think, where am I going to store this thing? Like now I have this thing.
Yeah. It's in the storage unit somewhere.
Yeah. I played
VR, which is cool. And those are getting lighter and less cumbersome and all of that. But I'd say give it another couple of years before it starts to get real streamlined.
Yeah.
Rock Band, the drums, just the landfills across the globe are littered with Rock Band drums.
I learned to play drums using Rock Band though. Like it's for real. Like I played it. Look, I played guitar for years, but I never really got into drums. So I think it was like PS3. I went and bought Rock Band. I got the drum set, and no crap, Midwest Drums down there on East Douglas, Eric. I went down there and I was able to play drums, and I never touched them before.
It's awesome.
That Rock Band was amazing the way it blew up, and then all of a sudden it was just kind of like not there.
It disappeared. I never have played Rock Band. I did Guitar Hero. And it drove me crazy when people were like, "Oh, can you learn?" Because I play the guitar too. Is this, you'll learn how to play the guitar, or like, Clint, you're going to be really good at this game? No, it's not at all the same thing. Like, not at all.
It's true. Some people said it was easier to play on guitar. A lot of the songs once you started upping the difficulty on rock. Rock band or whatever.
It'd be like Killing in the Name of, or whatever. It's like this is not.
I cannot see you sitting there like playing Rage Against the Machine, Clint. That would never come to my mind.
Oh, I've played some Rage Against the Machine in my days.
Yeah, Clint used to be in a band.
I used to gig a lot. Maybe I'll find a video.
Television too.
Yeah, you guys want to see that video?
We do.
I have to find it.
Please tell me it's a cover and not original, though. You're covering something.
No,
we do.
I was at Denver Comic-Con back in 2014. I think it was Denver. And we were seated near sort of the stage area. Artist Alley was near the stage area. And they just decided, hey, we're going to set up a Rock Band set so people can come play Rock Band in front of everybody. That was horrible. That was, you just hear bad singers and the whole time. It's like, okay, can we cut this out? Can we stop? I'm trying to sell books here. You're driving customers away.
I hear that Kiss song one more time.
So this is Clint from 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Baby Clint.
Yeah. Right. I'm thinner. I've got more hair.
Everybody stand up and give it applause.
In my
for the ascent.
I've got to lay this out too with this recording. This was Park City TV, and they didn't let me use my own effects or something. There was something weird, so it sounds a little strange, but it was live. So I'll play a little bit of this for you.
Do it.
I think I'm sharing audio still, right? Let's see.
Yes.
3 likes. 3 likes, 1 dislike.
One dislike.
Everybody go smash the like button on this thing.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This should be your music for your video.
I could. I don't know if it'd fit very well. The striped shirt with the popped collar too.
So it's not easy, no. So be better tomorrow.
Oh yeah, those effects suck.
Yeah, you don't hear that. Are you trying to get the grunge or the crunch? What are you trying to get in there?
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be that grungy. They made it really, really grungy and quieter too. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't like it.
Hmm.
Yeah, hair and everything.
Beautiful.
Oh, we're getting close.
This is
607
bondage.
funded.
It's Utah's version of the Goo Goo Dolls.
Look at
Right
that jawline. Holy cow.
Yeah.
All
If
right.
if you want to ensure that I do not make more music, this is a good way to make sure I'm working in comics, not music. I totally want to buy another electric guitar though. That's something I've been thinking about.
Yeah, you need to get a
I
Les
saw you
Paul.
eyeing my guitar when you're over here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I want to get a Telecaster though.
Oh, I have
Dude, that's
one of
my
those, too.
yeah, that's my go-to. A Telecaster and a twin reverb.
Are we done with this? You guys?
Yeah,
wanna
we're
hear the whole
done. We
thing?
don't have to. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We don't have to make you any more uncomfortable.
That's fine. It's all good. All right, let's see where we're at. All right, we're getting close. Every time I refresh this, it's a nice little jump up. Yeah, Pedro is exactly right. Get a telly with humbuckers. That's exactly what I was looking for.
No, that's not why you get a Telecaster.
I don't want
humbuckers
the-
on it.
I
You
don't
get
want
on the bridge pickup. You put it in a twin reverb clean. You get that spank.
the twang and yeah. No, I want to do what I like about tellies is that they're brighter by virtue of the body is older, you know. So like if you get a mahogany body, it's darker. So I like the brighter tone.
You're
But
talking
you
about,
want a little
women or
thicker.
guitars?
Want it thick. That's all I want. A little thicker, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. We're getting really close here. We've done music. We've done we've talked about comics. I don't know. We're just shooting the breeze. Appreciate everybody for coming. Maybe you're working right now. Maybe you've got better stuff to do and you're just killing time with us. Whatever it is, really appreciate it.
Like you're in my head.
I'm in your head
Mhm.
because you have work to do. Oh, you
I
are
work
doing
too.
work.
I have better places to be, but I'm here anyways.
Can you tell us what are you working on right now? Or is it
Yes.
Classified.
No, it's not classified. I'm working on Avior number 10.
Whose book is that?
It is published by the Young Eagles Association. So it is a book. They have like a quarterly newsletter for it. Basically, they teach kids about airplanes, and you can get like take kids up and have them. It's a nonprofit, I think, that just is all about teaching kids about aircraft history and how planes work and how to fly and all that kind of stuff. So Stanley had the Stanley Foundation or whatever had a character back in 2015 that he created called Avior, and he gifted that to them. And then so a couple of Zeb, you know Zeb from Battle Recruit, he's writing it, and our buddy John is drawing it, and it's a whole series. And everybody just once a quarter we put out a new book. They're all available online for free at the EAA.org, I think. I don't know. But yeah, it's just one of those jobs.
Sounds like a very Air Capital book, Eric.
Yeah, it's a very Air Capital book, but it's in Oshkosh. That's where their headquarters is.
Nefarious says, "Should I back this book?" Yes, you should.
Yeah. The weather's cover. The weather's
simple
Kelsey Shannon cover. I mean.
Yeah,
Let's check up on see how this rivalry is going. Well, so far we have 9 collector bundles claimed. Thank you everybody that's back in collectors bundles. We have here we go. This is a Matt Weldon cover. Look at this though.
11 to
Things
10.
are starting to shift. 11 to Eric's 10.
And neck.
Oh my goodness! Pretty soon it's going to be Matt Weldon. That's going to have to be.
We're gonna have to get Matt Weldon on here. This is. I think this is a little unfair right now.
I think it's completely fair. He's got the two before me. He has a name as an artist more than I do. He can draw a book in like a day because he's super fast.
He is fast, but look at that cover though, Eric.
Yeah,
you got that going for you.
I got it. I got some stuff up my sleeve.
We got t-shirts. I don't know how this is distributing here. So it's possible that Eric is winning right now. I guess I could look inside the back end here and find out. 2 people are getting both covers. They can't decide. We have new readers, 3 new readers. So far, Matt Weldon cover is still available. The original art, 11x17. And if you don't take it, I will. Yeah, let me see in the
Hang
back
up,
end here off
you know.
camera.
You're going to hold people hostage for it with your submachine gun over there.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, in a non-threatening, YouTube-friendly way, of course.
Clint can forgive you, but his Tommy gun can't.
My Tommy gun don't. What a classic! Great movie.
Okay, you want to hear the count here? Cover A is Eric's cover, and you are at 63 copies. Matt Weldon's cover B is at 56 copies. So you are actually winning in the cover. And that comes down to this right here, where people are picking which cover they want, and they're picking yours just ahead of Matt Weldon's cover.
Wow. Thank you, everybody. You guys are awesome.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. Yeah, thanks everybody for backing the book. If you're unsure, I know sometimes you do a little shopping first and you're unsure what to go for. Let me just explain a couple things. All for Owen is a novel I wrote and published in 2011. It's, something that you can add on if you want to read more. You got more stuff that you want to read that's not from the mainstream. You can check this out. It's a post-apocalyptic story set in the Rocky Mountains. It's about, let's see, I'll just read this here. When a quiet community receives an omen of death, it's up to 4 teenage boys to travel across their valley to look for a cure. Essentially, I thought, maybe what if there was a second Middle Ages, like medieval time, where like witches were a thing, or what, at least in people's conversation to each other. And so I think this fun book, if you want to tag that on, you can. We have a t-shirt here. It is up close. It's going to be screen printed, and I think Christian Rossi did a fantastic job on it. I told him, just make it look cool, put the monstro on there, make it look cool. That's the only thing, and this is what he did. Well, I also told him it had to be in flat colors, 5 colors max. So
you could have had bankrupt color if you wanted flat colors.
That's true. I could have.
Thanks, Corey Barton. Thanks a lot for that.
You're welcome, Corey. I mean,
wait, Corey, what does he have to do with this?
He's always complaining about Bancroft's colors being flat.
Oh, he doesn't like the flats.
I like them. I like them. I think they're really.
Nefarious at number 84 got the collector's bundle and t-shirt, because why fight when you can have both?
I love that.
And then Jim Cox, he was bringing up a good point. He's like, check out that Weldon cover. And
Why not both? I say. I shrug. I say, why not both? But also back my cover, because.
So Richard asks a great question. So if this doesn't reach 10K, the book isn't going to be lettered. No, we'll just ship it out as is. It's done. No, I think what I was trying to go for here was, as soon as we hit 10K, letters are green lit, and Eric has the green light to go. Of course, he's got stuff going on. So I don't know. Stretch goals can always change, but don't worry, you'll get a lettered book. Let's see. Eric Canetti's here. Hello, Eric.
What's up, Eric?
We've got some hails and greetings going on. There's Eric back. Jim Cox. I think I would probably have backed the Weathers cover if it wasn't second on the list.
Oh, he's blaming you, Clint. Yeah.
There could be something. It is cover A, to be fair, but I don't know why. Is that how it shows up here? Yeah, I don't know why it shows up first, because they're the same price. It will put the whatever it costs less up higher, but I don't know. That's the way it panned out, I guess.
It's the way the cookie crumbles, Eric.
The race is on. Technically, though,
last is what I say.
To be fair, Eric's covers on this one first, so you'd have to switch over. It'd be the first one you select on the drop-down list. So I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. We're getting really close to getting funded. Once we hit 5,000, it's official. You'll have a lettered book. It will be shipped to you in a Gemini mailer. We hit 10,000 sooner, then it'll be lettered sooner. Or I'll pay Eric sooner. I'll send the pages to Eric sooner. and he'll drop absolutely everything that he has going on.
I would expect
yeah.
nothing less.
I'll be in the middle of lettering Arcathena, and I will stop, and I will letter Downcast 3.
Absolutely.
Are you lettering Arcathena now?
Yeah.
You're working on letters?
No, not yet. It's being
Okay.
edited by Joe.
Oh, hey, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that book. That's one of the books I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
What I've seen has looked amazing so far.
Speaking of hardcovers.
Oh, is it going to be hardcover?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe I did. That's awesome.
Hope I didn't ruin anything.
Awkward.
You'll find out. You'll
There
find
are
out
other
when
books. I know that we're here for Downcast 3, but there are other books we need to talk about.
we can talk about some other books.
We talk about some other books. Well, first of all, Monster MD, $100,000. Congrats. I think
Yeah, man.
you brought that up.
Appreciation.
We are at the
Appreciate-
top of the list here.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. There you go. Trending #1. Also, you've got this other book out here, Clint, called Fatal. Almost at $100,000.
Is dangerously close to
It's
100,000.
dangerously. It's you can feel the heat from the sun on that one.
Things have intensified lately on Fatal. The creeping has increased. I'll say that. So that's been good. Monster MD here first. Vaughn, how does it feel? 100K.
I mean, I'm intimidated, now I have to come up with more stuff that does like this, but it won't, right? No, I'm kidding. I mean, I treat every book I'm going to release like it's a $100,000 campaign, whether it makes it or not. And I didn't expect this. But I definitely treated it like it was a 100K campaign. So this has been amazing. I'm just, I feel like my training in comics, my work is all paid off, I guess. So there's this really good feeling of like you put in and you're getting something back,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just been amazing. It's changed my life, to be honest.
That's amazing. That's really cool. A great book too. I like that. I don't know. There's something about the size of it. Like I've been talking about this a little bit and thinking pretty hard about if let's just say you have a book on Amazon. If it's the size of Monster MD, it's essentially comparable to anything else Marvel or DC's putting out the same length. Do you know what I mean? Like price wise, even, when it just comes down to page count. It seems like you're competing on that same kind of graphic novel level, and I don't know, I like that a lot about it. Also, if just from a writing perspective, you can tell a bigger story. I like that about the page count as well.
I mean, the more I make comics, the more I see us as kind of chefs churning out really good meals with all the right ingredients, trying to make people happy. And for me, a big meal is a good meal. If you do it, well, you have to have the right elements too. But I want my books to be like a feast for people to enjoy. So, because you're also dropping some money on these things. So
it's some cash.
Make them hearty. Make them hearty.
Yeah. I will say one of my favorite books I've ever worked on was Monster MD, and I think the reviews are showing that it's a lot of people's favorite books too.
Oh, you guys!
And what was that? What was that? Green eggs and ham there next to that. I had a point, and then I got distracted by that green piece of meat. Yes, dang it. Oh well. Oh no, it was Monster MD shipping now. I think that's important. I don't know if you said that I was lettering, but if you back it now, it goes out.
Yeah, it ships
right away,
pretty quick. Yeah.
Straight up.
And Eric, we have this slow march to the mullet coming up on here on Battlebrook Road here.
Let's make it happen, guys.
If you hit 100K, you're getting a mullet. Is that what's happening?
That's what Leroy keeps telling everybody.
You said that a year ago.
I was going to say, didn't I?
Don't put that on me.
At some point.
No, I don't take responsibility for anything like that.
You would be illegal in North Korea, wouldn't you? If you have a mullet,
I would be outlawed.
They banned those.
Yeah.
They banned mullets in North Korea.
They banned mullets because they were, quote, too Western, too
and skinny jeans. No skinny jeans.
I wish we
You know,
could add those here, though.
I think they really just don't want hipsters to show up. Is what they're really making up.
Is there been a problem with that? Maybe more and more hipsters have been coming up because they love communism so much.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, North Korea, here's my mullet, my skinny jeans. I'm like, no, thank you.
You're like, screw your Yankee blue jeans and your mullet. Get out.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I have to agree with him though. It's pretty Western, you know. That's very
what's wrong with
American.
that?
It's very American Western.
No,
because
yeah,
what Vaughn's not telling you is half of boys in Oklahoma are currently rocking a mullet right now.
Yeah, they're back unironically.
I'd like to think they are. That sounds awesome. But yeah, we got mullets around here for sure, man. Oh yeah. I was watching dudes. I went to Float the River recently, and yeah, the dudes there were all mulleted out.
Man, I haven't done Float the River. Man, it's been years.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Oh yeah, Fatal. I've been thinking about this one.
Fatal, we're really close. Less than $5,000 away. It'll be $100K.
Hell
This-
yeah.
Crazy, unbelievable to be working on this book. Charlie's amazing. He's an artist.
Mhm.
He is working hard on it. The book was delayed a bit due to some family emergencies, but Charlie is working on it. And yeah, every time he turns in pages to show me, I'm just blown away. Yeah, I never get tired of seeing anything that he's drawn. It's so beautiful. So
How many pages? Oh, 52. We're going
52.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that as well. We're right at 1880 backers, which getting to 2,000 backers.
Well, that's going to be fun to fulfill, Clint.
I know.
Welcome to my world, Clint.
How long did it take you, Fawn, to fulfill
Forever,
that?
man. It took a long time. It took months. It was me a solo, a lot of it, and then every now and then I had my parents came and helped. My mom was amazing, and we were able to churn out like a lot of books per session or whatever. Yeah, that came up pretty good.
Yeah, I think the part of it is it just takes up so much room, so it ends up being like I don't know how to live my life with all this like boxes everywhere, books, and it gets a little crazy, but. I don't know. I gotta have a system down, so at least there's that. I know what I'm doing, but having doubled the backer count that I've ever done before is going to be pretty intense. So, but it'll be fine. We'll get through it. It'll be great. This is obnoxiously close. We're at 96% funded, really close to 5,000, which makes it official. The book is coming out to everybody. So thanks to everybody that backed so far. We're at 82. I think we're going to pass 100 backers today. I think that's doable if I'm working hard.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. Why don't we do this? Because we've got 57 people watching. I want to play the trailer again for everybody because we're already demonetized. None of this matters. But we'll play it again and let it do some selling.
I see what no one else can. One taste of that cursed stone sent me to the bottom of the ocean. For years I wandered, searching but not seeing. Finally, when I opened my eyes, I saw them for what they are. Not benevolent, not omnipotent, and not gods. Do you smell that? It's here. If you could see what I see, you would understand why I hunt them.
Right. Great covers. Really fun book. You can hear the monstro there firsthand talking. He's basically on the hunt and he wants to kill every one of these supposed gods that's in existence. And he hears there's some up in the city of Strata. So he's headed there. And I don't know, really fun story. I had so much fun writing this book. This is the first time I think I felt like a comics writer. I didn't feel like I had to, like I was trying to prove myself. This is the first time I felt like I know exactly what I want to tell, and people are going to love this. And I don't know, all the way front to beginning, especially if you like Downcast, if it was a story you like the world, I think you're going to love this new one. I think it shows, I don't know, an improvement in writing for sure, but also I think it just taking the story in a really cool direction. So I'm excited about it. I'm confident that you're going to like it. I love it. I think it's I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. So Nacho did some fantastic stuff with some character designs, action scenes, a lot of stuff. We have the whole thing finished. All the art is done. So I don't want to show you too much. I actually put very little here because I know it'd be tempting to show too much, but I think you're really going to like it. Even, you know, down to the art, down to the writing, down to the lettering, down to the splort. I think it's a great book.
Beautiful.
People are going to enjoy it. Is there a pew too?
Absolutely beautiful.
So beautiful.
Man, I love to hear that, Clint. As I've created more and more comics over the years, you do start to realize it's not just about writing, it's about the craft of comics.
Mhm.
Writing them is their own thing, and doing them well is their own thing. And you start to catch on to that the more you create and the more you focus, you know, and polish your work. You go, I mean, I'm a guy who left film school thinking I'm Mr. Screenwriter. So of course I know how to write comics. No, you don't. You really don't. It's very much its own, you know, craft in terms of pacing and how you break up dialogue and the sound of, you know, different shots and everything, the way you tell the story. It's something else, man. And it's really cool to hear that, you know, you had so much fun writing this, because you just makes for, you know, that's when a good story's coming out a lot of the time. It's
Yeah.
part of the fun.
I haven't had creative panics over this one, which I'm known to do sometimes. Like I don't know, people are gonna hate this, you know, you know. But this one, it just, I just did exactly what I wanted to. Part of that was just knowing I'm making the book no matter what. I don't even care about crowdfunding. It doesn't. I'm going to make this book, and that was a big factor in just have fun, let loose, do what you want to do. So that was really fun. The other thing too is like when I read comic books, I expect a certain number of things that I want to see in comics. You know, I want action in comics. I want like the pacing to flow pretty smoothly, quickly, you know, like move through things and make it exciting, make it something that I want to read the next issue and the next issue. And so, yeah, I just made this exactly the way I would want to read a comic book at its best. Took some inspiration from J. Michael Straczynski in Spider-Man, his run on Spider-Man at the beginning. Anyway, the first trade paperback or two.
Yeah, you don't want to ever tell Shane Davis you took inspiration from that guy. Just don't.
Does he not like him?
He did Superman Earth 1 with him. It wasn't good. Yeah.
Really? I just know that J. Michael he said he would never work in comics again based off of his experience in comics with. So I thought it was all about Joe Quesada. I'll have to ask Shane Davis about it.
Shane Davis broke him.
Was that his last book?
I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna say I'm pretty sure it was the end of Spider-Man with Brand New Day and all that, or what's it called? Brand New Day? I don't know.
Okay. Well, I thought it was One More Day.
Maybe it's One More Day. I could be wrong. Anyway, but at the beginning of it, he just had the right mood that I liked. I don't know. I was like, I want to emulate that kind of mood. The storyline follows. It's not at all like it. So if I didn't tell you there was inspiration there, you wouldn't know. But yeah, I think I pulled from Thor a little bit, probably unknowingly at first, until I started to sit back and think about how I'd pitch this. And the mantra is kind of like an anti-hero version of Thor, I would say. Yeah, fun. This character here is Carver. He's a little crazy, and this is not much of a spoiler, but he's actually been in the earlier books.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the deadliners that Rise throws his significant other out the window.
Oh,
So here he is.
Who doesn't want to do that though? Really?
Here he is. He's kind of a broken man mentally, and he's a little unhinged. And he actually sets off a lot of the problems that come up. He's the one that gets the monstro involved. He's the one. He's trying to cause some serious chaos. And this is a character I'm really, really proud of. The writing here, there's got to be more about him that I need to tell. But
So this is your self-insert then.
yeah, did I cut my face? No, he really. I think this makes for a good villain. No one-dimensional villain here. I think you're really gonna like it. Had people reading over the script a bit, and this is what people were excited about. So I'm really happy about the new characters here, and I think it'll make the whole Downcast world just a lot more rich.
yeah.
With those
I like
characters.
it. I like that you're weaving more lore into it, and it's becoming more and more fantastic. Like you've got an underwater guy that's can't die. You got you got Vulture there from Spider-Man. No, I think it's great. I think it's cool to sort of in some cases you can slowly reveal that stuff, and it makes the world more and more rich. Yeah, because you just at first you see it, and it's just okay. There's this gravity orb, and that's kind of it, right? But
right.
The more you get into the story, you're like, oh, this goes way deeper than I thought.
Yeah. And like I had said before, like when I was first pitching the first Downcast, I had a big story that I wanted to do, and then it was like I need to make this work for crowdfunding, and so I just want to do one book, and we'll see if people will fund it if I can make it. And so I pared it down a lot on what I wanted to do. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, it's sci-fi," but I really think it's not really sci-fi though. It's never really been sci-fi, so I don't have good explanations for these fantastic elements, but it's always hinted at in the first book. There's the goddess of the stratosphere. It's a big part of why the city exists and why people believe the things that they do. And this installment is where you come to realize, obviously, that there's some truth behind all this, behind the lore. And so not everyone can see it. The Monstro can. Maybe you picked that up from the trailer that we played. But he's one of the few people that can see what is going on, and that's sort of why he's here. So I think it makes for a really interesting story. It makes for much bigger lore. Here's Carver, who has cornered Joe in an elevator, and he's going to make her life miserable. So I'm just excited. He's such a fun character to work with. Yeah, great covers. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We got some new gear too. Jack's part of his character is that he likes to tinker with things. And so he's got this sort of metal diesel punk gauntlet, I guess. He's got
gauntlet.
Got the glowing thing in the middle. There's the stones. She's got the little crown thing controlling the balls. These are pretty fun. Throwing steel balls around with gravity. We're sort of leaning into it being more of like, this is a comic book. It's not really superhero necessarily, but you kind of get those same themes. And that's because that's what's great about comics. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. And it's, you should exaggerate. You should make things bigger and crazier. It's part of the charm and the craft. When I wrote Monster MD, it was written as if it were like a low budget screenplay. Yeah. But when you write it for comics, it's like, wait a minute. The only budget here is my imagination. I can do whatever.
Yeah.
I have to remind myself that when I'm drawing. Like, I have to remember that it doesn't just have to be regular stuff. I'm drawing a comic book about a fantastic world that was created by technology, and I need to show that more I'm working on a big reveal page. Not technically a splash page. There are 2 small panels at the top of it, but it is Dorothy arriving at Oz and seeing it for the first time, and it's the first time she's seen green in any world. And So I'm like, I gotta remember that I have an unlimited budget, and I need to make it look like that as best as to my ability right now. So yeah, look at that, $5 away.
Absolutely.
Yep, $5 away.
$5, then we're funded.
Guys,
And
You
then
could
we'll
buy a
Yeah.
Subway $5 footlong and be satisfied for a couple hours, or you could back
Right.
Downcast 3 and be satisfied for life.
Yeah.
submerge
Just
yourself.
get that.
in something.
Just one Matthew Weldon cover away.
That's all it'll take. Or why not get both?
Why not both?
This is the featured perk, so I'm pimping it out a lot here, but we have both covers. You don't have to choose Matt Weldon's cover and Eric Weather cover, and Kelsey Shannon.
Yeah, get
as
both.
well.
Read the Weldon cover. That can be your reader copy, and then mine you can frame and put up on the wall.
There you go. The reader's copy and the
Send it to CGC. Yeah.
the showpiece.
Yep.
We've got a book plate in here. I drew this book plate. It's I'm the creator, so I drew it. Why not? I can give myself work to do. So I think that'll be fun. Makes for a unique piece that you get. And I don't know. It's only in this collector's bundle, so that helps. All for Owen is also available. That is a novel that I wrote and published back in 2011. A lot of people were interested in it. I was giving away the digital for free. Hello, Peter, by the way. Welcome to the
buddy?
stream.
You're $5 away. The last I checked.
I know it's ridiculous. So close. So you can get All for Owen. We did a new cover just for this campaign. Trading card set, which I drew the trading card set. People said, why not? Pull the trigger. I've been really working on it, and this is actually some of the art that was intended for the trading card set. But I've got one of all the characters, and it'll make for, I don't know, just a fun collector's piece. Your name's in the book. You'll forever be enshrined as a backer of Downcast, making it happen. And your book ships first. This tier, that'll be the first one that I work on and goes out the door. Those are all the perks, but I will be adding more stretch goals to this bundle as well, if I can convince you to do it. If not, though, any of these are great. Grab yourself. I mean, here at this point, we might have to refresh this again, but this is one away here, though technically Eric is winning. The cover sells a thon.
No, it only counts what we see. That's all that counts.
This is all that counts. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll take
all he needs is one more and they'll be tied. Two more and he'll be in the lead. So we'll see what happens. Peter, how the heck are you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't help but think, though, that you'd already be at your goal if you had the add-ons for the single issue of the alternative version up.
Do I not?
They're not active.
Are they not Hold on.
I'm not seeing them on pretty much anything.
Yeah,
I just came on here to tell you you're fired for that.
well, I know I have them created.
I figured doing it live in front of everyone. This way we have a record. I'm tired of firing people behind the scenes. They go on to CBR and spread lies about me.
There you go. That at least it'll be on the record. I mean, I have it.
Right here. Put that up there, Clint. People need to see this.
Yeah, it's a great first issue.
Let's see that.
It's an historic issue.
Yes.
Heck
And
yeah.
it smells wonderful.
Hey, Clint, I told Eric when we went out to dinner, I just looked at him and imagined the whole background being fuzzy every time I looked at him.
Yeah.
It's that soft lighting, like glamour shots.
Yeah, I have it. I think I don't have it added is the problem.
That'll do it.
That would be a problem.
Here's
I tried to tell you in the chat. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Oh, sorry. Probably not. I mean, clearly not. I'm adding it right now. So, Peter, tell us about Alterna. What is shaken?
I thought you were like, hey, let everyone know what's Alterna. I'm like, I don't know. I think everyone here kind of knows. But we could do this, I guess. So I'm fulfilling right now. I'm taking a break from fulfillment. I'm getting a lot of the packages out there. I got about maybe 120 backers left or so. But everything is being shipped out. I got a whole bunch of boxes filling up the car right now. A lot more going to be filling it up the rest of the week. I'd say probably within the next maybe 2 to 3 weeks, the large majority of them are going to be shipped out at that point. You're going to get a tracking notification. If you guys have not gotten that yet, don't worry about it. That means your reward hasn't shipped yet. But once it ships, you will get that email with the tracking notification. Make sure to check your junk and spam folders too, because a lot of the times these things go right to that. Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool. Hit that refresh button.
Refresh. Let's see. Sorry,
Let's see it.
I'm multitasking.
Yeah.
We did it. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. To the 89 people that made this happen so far, I love you. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to make comics. I've heard, like, Ethan will say that sometimes. I love you guys.
Do you even love Jim Cox though? Like, really?
Yes, I do.
All right,
He's backer number something. I don't know, but I really appreciate it. Really, it's not all lost on me how fantastic of an opportunity this is to make comics. Something I'd been wanting to do for years. It's a very difficult process if you tried to get into it. If you're trying to find a publisher to just give you a shot, even in the anthology, it can be like banging your head against the wall. Going straight to backers, you guys made this happen for me. So I really appreciate it. And it feels good to be able to do another book here, extend the series with Alterna. And I don't know, I think you guys are really going to love this book. I'm really excited for people to read it. I think it's going to go over well.
You know, Clint, don't take this the wrong way, but before Downcast, your publishing career was kind of like a deal on furniture, 8 years, no interest.
Yeah. I mean, I had self-published a couple novels, and I was like, I don't want to do novels. I want to do comics, man.
I feel like you're doing Pete a favor here by publishing Downcast through Alterna, though. I mean,
hey, it's a win-win.
Yeah, because it makes it so that I can look like I'm helping out the needy, the mentally ill, the less fortunate. It's a good PR move, I think, for us.
It's good. Yeah, it makes you look like
like a Make-A-Wish thing.
He's a philanthropist. Yeah, that's what this is about.
Well, fantastic, Clint. Congratulations, man. This project's looking awesome. This book looks even better than the first two, and the first two look great. Is it the same exact creative team?
Yeah, the only difference here is Damian Penalba is not doing the colors. Nacho's doing the colors himself. So,
oh wow,
and he's improved quite a bit on colors.
Yeah,
because it's been a little while since he did some colors, but like you can see here, it's a very kind of painterly style at times. I love this panel. It's so good. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. I didn't want to put too many spoilers in, so I didn't show too much, but besides that, same creative team.
Really good, man. Oh man, I can't believe that. His art is I hate saying, oh, it's improved, because it makes it sound like it wasn't good to begin with, but it's so good. It's gotten even better. It's fantastic. I didn't know it was his colors too. That's great.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's part, I hate saying that too, for the same reason. Like, you don't want to downplay, because I loved his art from the beginning. That's why I picked him, to draw it. I had a different artist lined up before, and it was just like not jiving, but he's been really great, especially with this book. I mean, we had a contract and set up little deadlines, just even though it wasn't crowdfunded. It was like, we just want to make sure we're on task here. And yeah, he stomped every deadline, turned in great work. I've been really happy on this book. We've worked together. It's book number 3, and I feel like we just have this thing down. Most of the time I'm picturing how he's going to draw it, and he draws it how I'm picturing. I just like knowing him and how he does it. So that's kind of cool. I could it makes it work better that way, and working toward his strengths. And
yeah, exactly. That's great.
Absolutely.
And that's a beautiful cover, Eric. I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever. I didn't even know that you did it. I just went in there. I was like, that one looks cool to me, and I just hit it, and that was it. And I barely even saw yours. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, I mean,
you never be sorry for backing a Matt Weldon cover, though. They're both
not at all.
Great covers.
They are good. Yeah,
he can draw circles around me. I'm not hurting.
This is a great cover. I love it. Kelsey Shannon's colors are fantastic too. He's always blows me away.
It was
What-
fun watching Eric make this cover, over time and like ask me, because I that's part of why I also love backing it. I love backing my buddies, but I also love backing pieces of art that I was like, yeah, do this, do that. Like I like helping out, it's fun, man.
Yeah.
Fun
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah, see, that cover is it's brighter, and I'm very primitive. I see shiny bright things. I'm like,
Right.
that one.
He's a
Bright light,
simple
bright
man.
light.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this is a great cover too. I love it.
It's pretty.
There's a reason why I always ask Matt Weldon to return into another cover.
Yeah.
And I thought like this little like new readers pack, I'm just gonna do the Weldon covers up here. Oh, we picked up another new reader. It's just great seeing all three of them together. I love that. I think I'm gonna have to make a big print of this one too, so I can put it up on the wall behind me with the other ones. I'll do one of Eric's as well.
Eric's
while I'm
too. I
at
was
it.
gonna say, yeah, you have to do Eric's.
Absolutely.
Man, that's
Oh,
sweet. You got your covers like poster style on your walls. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Awesome.
They'll all be
I want to do that so bad.
solo layout. There you go. You can see, even prints too. This was from the last campaign. I was like, I'll do a print set.
Yeah.
It didn't even, I don't know. I'm still not sure about these big prints because you have to ship them so differently just because they're so big. And I like to ship them flat. I don't want to fold any of these.
Yeah.
But I think they're nice to have. So I think even just for my own reasons, I want to get more printed up so I can put them back here. I love looking at them.
I'm trying to figure out a more effective way to ship my posters because I have some 24 by 36 posters that I sold.
I may or may not have one on my wall right next to me here.
You might, and I may have one across the room. I don't know. But I had somebody asking in emails like, "Hey, are those still available?" So I had to figure out because the shipping was just kind of it's a nightmare to get those and make sure that they come undamaged, even in a tube, because the edges are like right up against the caps of the tube and.
Man,
just,
you say 24 by 36?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have my cover that size on the wall. It's massive. It's awesome, but shipping it is just a bit. And I don't know, like sometimes stamps can be like, is it a package? Is it a bulky item? I don't know. It's just a long tube. So.
Well, we don't want to hear about,
you don't
if
want to
you
hear
do
about
at
our long
nighttime.
tubes? No.
Your bulky tubes.
Mm.
Yeah, man, I just did 11 by 17 Heidi poster and just had them pre-folded at the factory, and I just drop them in with the comic, into the bag and board.
Oh yeah, with posters, totally. Like I'm doing a fold-out poster for people that back in the first 24 hours. Yeah, I love doing the posters like that with like thicker prints. Then I'm like, I don't want to fold it. I guess that's the only difference is just the paper thickness. I don't know.
I asked API, can you guys charge me for folding? I mean, I used to work at Kinko's back in the day, and that was one of our services, and they were like, hell yeah, we can do it. I was like, all right, it's probably like a few cents per, poster, but
Yeah,
it's not bad.
very cool. Sorry, I'm multitasking again because I'm trying to get this Alterna number 1.
There you go.
Yeah, you probably have to. I wish Indiegogo was easier with that. You have to go in there and then like select everything or select the specific perks you wanted to add on to. It's
Yes.
you add it there. It's obviously you want it as an add-on. It shouldn't be this extra step. It's always something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it just said I just saved it. And it said you created your first add-on perk. I'm like, what? No, I didn't. I've got other add-on perks. All right. So now you have to manage the add-ons. It doesn't matter. This is my 4th campaign. Every single time when I do my launch stream, there's always something wrong that I have to fix on the fly. I went over this thing a million times. My wife went over it a million times. I don't know. We'll get there though.
Campaigns are like living, breathing things. They keep evolving. They keep changing through the course of it.
Which is actually the benefit, right? I mean,
yeah. keeps it interesting. You know, the worst thing you can have is these campaigns where they look exactly the same on the launch day as they do at the end of 30 days. And then most of the time they don't get fulfilled and funded when that happens, because they just look like they're frozen, stagnant. There's no life to them. And backers that go on and check it out over the course of time to see if anything new has happened, any kind of update, any kind of add-on, whatever, and then they just keep seeing the same thing. Most of the time that doesn't help them. So if you're a campaign runner out there, make sure you're always switching it up. You know, when you guys do conventions, I mean, I know, Clint, you haven't done a convention yet. Eric, you've definitely done conventions. I know you have. Vaughn, have you?
Nope.
Leroy, have you?
I'm just a fan, but yeah.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
Hey, no such thing as just a fan. But anyway, but when you do the conventions, even you feel the need to even mix up stuff on the table, you know?
Every day you're like, okay, well, nobody was buying this. What if we rearrange and we put that center and move this over there? Yeah, every day at a convention, you're always.
What you guys need to do is do what Ethan used to do in the day. Just bring your keyboard with you. If nobody's at your table, just start playing your keyboard, and they'll come right over.
I hear that's effective.
I heard Ethan used to have pie eating contests for one. You know, no one else is doing it. He's just pigging out.
Clinton, you could just get a striped shirt with a high collar, break out the guitar, just start playing at the con.
Pop the collar. Yeah, use some really bad sounding distortion. Yeah, totally. I really want to do a convention. I'm trying to get one singled out, and part of it just comes down to like meeting people. You know, like that would be a big part of the fun. But I don't know. I also want to. Why not? I want a table. It's just on my bucket list of things to do.
Yeah, dude, do it.
So yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You know what we should do is the Oklahoma City Con. It's pretty big down there, and like it's kind of like pretty close. I mean, you, Eric, and Vaughn could all go do that.
Yeah,
that would
not
be
a problem. It's about 2 hours away from me. Not a hard drive, and Oklahoma City's fun, man. There's a lot going on there lately.
Yeah, they have one. They have a Salt Lake one, and they're announcing it that it's going to happen in the fall. So I'm thinking I might, but it's not. It's definitely a pop culture event. It's huge, but to its detriment. But there's not. Comics aren't a sort of a footnote. So
would it be easier for you guys if you were there together? Like if there was multiple creators from our little community?
It would
definitely
just be
help
fun.
if you are tabled near people you like or next to people you like, or at the same table. Obviously, we wouldn't want all three of us at the same table, but
the cool kids table.
I just don't know because we've been in lockdown. But would they walk by and give you the stink eye? The rest of the, you know what I mean? So.
That would be awesome.
I'm fine with it. I mean,
honestly, I think most people wouldn't even know. They like just or like care. That. People aren't on Twitter. It would just be random people. I don't know. Who knows though? But I would love to do it. Stink eyes, whatever. I think it'd be fun.
At the past few conventions I did, they don't give the stink eye. Instead, they do the quick. I don't see him. Please don't let him come here. Please.
That's the kid. What my kids do to me when they're like getting picked up at school. Like, oh god.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Then on Twitter, they're probably like, I just saw that crazy bigot pizza man
sitting there.
I told him off and said, "Yeah, comics kid sucks. You suck too." Meanwhile, all they did was like, "Oh my god, please don't, please."
Disassociate.
What you need to do, Pete, is just jump out of your chair and go, "Boo!"
That's the thing is most people, if you met them in person face to face, they wouldn't say any percentage of what they say online.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah, it's true. We would just talk about books and actually relate probably, and then they'd be really weirded out.
Right. Yeah, it'd be fun. So they do is it Plastic City Comic Con?
The one that Keith does out in I forget. I think it's Fitchburg now. It used to be in Leominster. It's in Massachusetts, and that's a great show. It's all about the comics. It's inside of a hockey rink,
Oh,
It's a college hockey rink, and it's the funnest, craziest thing in the world. Just to see that, you know, you're on the ground floor. Obviously, there's no ice, so you're on the ground floor of the concrete rink, and it'd be kind of cool if it was. No pun intended. But it's just the greatest people come over, and they're all about the comics, and it's such an old school show. It's like the shows I went to as a kid, and I didn't think those things could ever happen again. And Keith really brought it back. He makes it so affordable. I think it was like $5 to get into the show, and kids were getting in for free if they were like, I think 10 or under. And so people have money to spend too, and they want to try out new stuff. Like I think every single person there just goes around all the tables, all the artist tables, and there's no kind of like separation. You know, at like these bigger shows, they treat you like a dark secret that they're like, you know, don't go over there to Artist Alley. That's the art people and the weirdos and the indie people. Oh man, it's just all around. You're just the whole perimeter, and then there's aisles of different creators along with the retailers and things like that. And he gets maybe a guest or two that are a little bit bigger, but not, you know. And yeah, Lightning fan, funnest is a word, okay? Funnest is a word because I said the word, so therefore it is a word.
Most funnest.
Hey, Clint,
It's the most funnerest ever. It's a great show.
Let me address this real quick. Alex S in the chat. Sorry, chat. I'm trying to pay more attention to you guys, but he says, I would get the collector's bundle, but I don't think I want my name printed in the book. That's okay. So what I did last time is I sent out a short, like a little survey questionnaire, or maybe it was that, or it was just an email to everybody that backed to that tier. And I said, I'm going to print your name as it says it is, that you backed it at. But if you want your name anonymous or printed differently, let me know. So yeah, if you wanted your name as Alex S, I could do that. Or if you want it to say anonymous, I can do that. So don't let that be a big hindrance for you.
It's not that big a deal. I got a lot of those emails from Monster MD, like, make me anonymous. Okay.
Yeah, I usually just email the creator and give him my backer number and say I didn't want my name in there. So there you go.
Yep.
And back to Pete's point, we have a con similar to that here, where it's real cheap to get in. They don't have celebrity guests, so it's all about the comics and the local vendor and stuff. So it's not bad. I know the guys that put it on, so if anybody were to want to table, I could be like, hey, we're all going to table together because we're going to make that happen. So it's not a bad show. It's fairly small. I'd be surprised. I'd be eager to see how big it is this year, just because people want to get out and do stuff now. But we're talking, I'm like, kind of like, I might go, I might not. I'm not certain, but I don't want to do it if Battlebrook Road's not done. That's for sure. But yeah, it's nice having a more intimate show like that, because it's easier to get to know your fans, get to know people that come by and say hi. I met Crystal McGee. If you guys remember, Crystal McGee, I met her. She stopped by and picked up. She was the first one to get back in the day, an Operation Zephyr ash can. So it's those smaller shows are pretty neat to do.
I find there's more camaraderie too. They're not as morally degrading.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
What's your worst con experience? Peter, you've done a ton of conventions, right? Surely you have some stories.
My worst one wasn't necessarily something that happened because of the show or someone that was there or whatever. It was more the awful bathroom experiences.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to say any.
Oh, was it one of those trough urinals? Those are great.
No, it was every single time I went to the bathroom, there was something horrible happening.
Damn Taco Bell.
Yeah, not for me personally, not for me. Everybody out there, I was fine.
Right,
Publishing Pete's bowels are perfect.
He's digestively sound.
Yeah, I'm talking about someone who was in the depths.
The sounds of digestion.
Somebody was in there, Clint. They were checking their junk. That was
someone was downcasting. You know.
Yeah.
Oh.
very loudly.
Down blast.
Convention
Every
bathrooms are
time
the worst.
it gave me like a phobia of going to the convention bathroom for the 3
That's
days.
when you just go outside and find a tree, Pete.
By the fourth time, I didn't find a tree, but I would leave the convention hall and I would go like maybe 2 blocks down to whatever the heck was nearest that would let us go.
You're like, where's that dirty 7-Eleven? This is,
Yeah,
that's preferable.
let me in the gas station. Just give me the key.
I don't remember a particularly bad experience. I have a couple that come to mind that are like funny. But like the one time there was a Planet Comic Con I went to. That was my most frequented show because it was just 3 hours away in Kansas City. Big show. I'm slinging Flying Fortress, trying to sell stuff. And if you guys have known the campaign at all, like I have, if you know, it's set in World War II. There are German enemies in it, and one of my most popular prints is a sort of like I did a lot of propaganda style posters, and one of them is an aerial shot of these B-17s flying over Nazi occupied territory. So you have all of Western Europe lit up red with a swastika in the middle, and these bombers coming up to take care of business. One of my most popular pieces. And I had some guy, this is pre-CG, some guy like crept up to the table and he's looking at my posters and he points at that one and he goes, oh, do you like Nazis? And I'm like, well, I mean, there are Nazis in the book. I mean, it's a World War II book. They're the bad guys and all of that. He goes, oh, well, I like Nazis. And then he left. That was
When is anyone going to make a book for me? When are we going to win one for once?
Yeah, he's very disappointed in CG right now because all of that, the rumors have turned out to not be true. But yeah, and the other one was just my first con, also Planet Comic Con. I didn't think about food. Like you bring all your books and you're ready to go. You're there at 9 o'clock in the morning, earlier to set up. And then it's like 2 and I'm like, we haven't eaten anything. And we didn't think about food to bring it. It was just one of those things that we were like, hey, we're going to go to a con and sell books. It's going to be great. And luckily one of our friends was there. She actually used to not run, but she managed a Prairie Dog back in the day at Leroy. She's like, are you guys hungry? And so she went to McDonald's for us and bought us a whole bag of cheeseburgers. So we were just devouring cheeseburgers. It's like, how do we not know? Like, think about all the things you need to do at a con, including eating. So bring some snacks if you're going to do a table.
Sandwiches, yeah.
Bring some sandwiches, yeah.
That's fair.
Man, you made me hungry. I think I'm going to go eat.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. I ate that yesterday.
I thought you ate it every day.
I used to. Now I'm making comics for a living and need to save my pennies. So I'm going to eat some awesome chili, some homemade chili.
At least it's not cat food, though.
Yeah, yeah. I had to get my little guy some of that. But you guys, Clint, you're awesome. Downcast looks great, and congratulations, man, on getting funded.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah,
appreciate you inviting me on, man. But I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe even later tonight. We'll do some more fun. Who knows? Yeah,
I'll be on with Billy Tucci at 7, so 9 Eastern.
One sec, Vaughn. Alex S says, "Hey, quick note to Vonster. When I saw you and Eric on EVS's auction stream selling on the art to support Charlie Snogans, I went over and got your book. Glad I did. That was a kind act on your part."
Oh, awesome, man. I appreciate you. Thanks. Yeah, man, that was awesome getting to help out Charlie and sell some cool art. So good times with Eric. Yeah, man. Cool. Appreciate you. Well, thank you guys so much. I'll talk to you soon, I hope.
Okay, right, man. See you, Vaughn.
Take it easy. See you, man.
Very cool. Hey, so, Clint, why don't you drag Leroy down and bring Pete up since his camera's on? There you go.
That makes sense. That way I'm not blocking out the...
Wait, my camera's on too.
Oh.
Oh, that's your face. Oh. It was so funny. I got to say, going back to my visit, I went over there. It was a long drive. Went to Kansas, Wichita, and we were going to meet up at this restaurant. And I'm driving through the parking lot and I look over and I've never seen Leroy's face, but when I saw you, I instantly knew you recognized me. Just saw the look on your face, and then I looked at your hat. Your logos coincided, so I was like, "There's Leroy." It was pretty cool.
The blue and the gold is the everyday uniform, Clint.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, it totally aligned. It was just it was pretty cool. Seeing you guys in person. Weird for like 2 seconds, maybe. Like there's Eric in person.
Yep.
And then it was just life as usual, you know.
When you first saw Leroy, was that thought that ever entered your mind? Like, this is the end for me. This person
Maybe a little.
recognizes me. This isn't good.
Well, he put down the knife, and then everything was fine after
That was kind of him.
Yeah. Then we were talking about like height, you know, because we took pictures together, and anyway, I was like, "How tall is Peter?" I've heard like Vaughn's a tall guy. Peter, I have no idea how tall you are.
I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'9", 5'9.5" on a good day. 5'10" if I wear my shoes that give me a little height.
You're right in our range then.
Yeah.
I,
But how
Eric
tall-
and I are pretty close. Yeah, I'm right there. I think I'm 5'9". Yeah, right around there.
5'10". Thank you very much. Except I just
5'10".
found out I have a curve in my spine. I could be 5'12" if it weren't for that.
That's 6 foot, Eric.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got one of those too, actually. I remember every year in school, they'd check us for scoliosis and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh." And they'd have to notify me. I'm like, I know it's, you know, not a
I
big
just
deal.
found out I'm 37 and I go to the chiropractor and he's like, it's not my first time with him, but not my first chiropractic visit. And he's, you know, poking and prodding. He goes, "You have a curve in your spine." And I was like scoliosis? He goes, "Well, it's not scoliosis, but he's like, you weren't born with it because it's not your whole spine. It's just right between my shoulder blades. It comes out. It goes out to the right a little bit.
Oh, that sounds like the comic book artist's hunch.
It could be.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
constant working down. Yeah.
They could give you the William Wallace treatment and straighten you right out, though, Eric.
They could, yeah. Just grab my arms and legs and just pull.
The
Freedom!
rack.
Yeah.
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 You need one of those like those teeter hang-ups. You know, you can hang upside down and
Yeah.
get that right.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do
Be
that.
Batman too.
That's how Bruce Wayne sleeps because he's Batman.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was one thing in that Batman movie that was a little the third one, what is it called? Dark Knight Rises, where they hang him up and then that fixes his back. I don't know.
With a shot.
I guess I would go for it. Yeah.
They did that in the Incredibles too.
Oh, that's right. He got stretched. Maybe there's something to that.
Maybe there's something to it.
Do you have to
Don't knock
be
until you try it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're funded on Downcast Volume 3, Submerged. Actually, this is a good example to getting Peter in here. Saturday, we at the auction stream, you talked about, you know, we're like, oh, that'd be cool if Peter did a book, and you were saying something to the effect of, you get a lot of creative fulfillment just publishing books, you know, and just helping creators do stuff. And so, like, in preparation for this, we were talking about story arc names, you know, and how that all works out. And so I had a couple ideas for what Downcast 3 would be called, like what would be the subtitle here. And so bouncing ideas off Peter, he's like, no, man, one word. So I was getting a little ambitious.
Well, Clint wanted Downcast 3, Monstro Attacks. I was like, I dig it, but you know. And then he said, what about Downcast 3, Pinocchio's Revenge? And I was like, you're getting a little weird with the Monstro stuff.
Yeah.
And then he said, well, what about like 20,000 Leagues Under the CG?
Oh,
And it's a little too meta.
that's
Stick to
the
it, you know, simplify
anthology.
it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the anthology book. Is 20,000 Leagues Under the CG.
Yeah.
Submerged is good.
That could be good. That'd be a good anthology book, huh? Yeah, Submerged was nice and clean. I can't remember. I had like Drag the Waters, Dredged from Below, like stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
I was
a
like,
paragraph, Clint.
yeah, Dredged from Below. I was like, goodness gracious, say that out loud.
Yeah, let's see. Can't wait till Downcast 4, Days of the Davis Sheen is created. There you go. Yeah, you never know. Downcast 4 forever.
No.
If you don't do that, you don't have a hair on your ass, Clint.
Yeah, it'll be everybody's fourth book will have the exact same name. Just like 2 is always Electric Boogaloo.
Yep.
Right.
Forever. Yeah.
I love that. So thank you. We have 91 backers so far.
You got 92. You're 8 away from
my
100.
goodness. Let's see.
8 away from 100 back.
Nine-
7.
90s.
Make
Wow.
that 93. Wow.
7.
Thank you, everybody. Getting to 100 backers on the first stream. That's pretty big. Thank you, everybody, for backing the campaign. Such a pleasure to make comics. And then, doing this one ahead of time, it's a bit of a risk that I just spending my money to make it happen, to produce this book. But the goal is to be able to get it done in a timely manner and get it shipped to you. So it's not a long, drawn out process. I'd love to do books like that in the future. I did see somebody ask about Dracula, and so I apologize. I kind of forgot I was going to address that. Just in the flow of conversation, I forgot. But the goal is, what I want to do is get this thing done, and then if I get that profit back, I can roll it into Dracula. So we'll get Dracula going ahead of time. So that's the goal. So appreciate everybody for backing. I'm really, really excited about this book. It was so fun to write. I'm feeling really confident about it as well. I've grown a lot as a writer. I'm still really proud of Downcast's volumes 1 and 2. I think that they're good stories. I think that volume 3 is where I've become more of a comics writer. Vaughn and I were talking about that a little bit earlier, and just getting better with the medium. And so it's been really fun, and I have everything in there that I love about comics, including some great villains like Carver here. He's kind of crazy. He's lost his mind. That's because he's actually shows up in the first book. Rise, the villain, throws his significant other out the window. And so now he's unsure what to do with himself. Well, no, he's sure. He's got a plan, but we're going to find out what he wants to do now with his life. And part of that involves him cutting his own face. Some fantastic elements. The more the fantasy elements that are involved, as you can see here by this giant creature flinging the monster through a brick wall. I love this panel.
Hawkman.
So much. Yeah, he's like an ugly Hawkman.
Mm.
Maybe if we ran him through the gender swap app, he would come out looking like Hawkman. That could be it. We'll see. Anyway, cool story. I'm really excited about it. I think people will like it. So the plan would be Dracula next. Clearly, all this depends on what funding is and what the profit is, and we'll one step at a time. So thank you, everybody, for backing. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of getting hungry myself. I might call it a stream and we'll do something else.
But you're gonna eat?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat. I don't know. I'll have to look and see what we have. Something simple, whatever we have in the fridge, probably.
Leftovers.
Leftovers could be the case. Mortal V says, Birdman. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for coming on the stream with me. I really appreciate it. Eric,
No problem.
greatest letterer alive. Peter, greatest publisher alive. And Leroy, greatest fan alive. Can I say that? I don't know.
No, you probably shouldn't say that. You can say greatest West Virginia fan alive.
Greatest West Virginia fan alive.
There you
I'm
go.
waiting for someone to show up in the chat saying, hey,
Yeah,
I'm
don't-
from West Virginia.
Well, they're not a better fan than me, trust me.
That's true.
Perfect. Cool. Well, I'm going to close down the stream. I'm going to still be around for sure. I think I'm going to make a regular video. I don't know if I'm going to post it today or not, but I know that I have a ton of people that watch my videos that will not watch live streams. And so we're going to get the word out to them as well. And here we got a second greatest fan hashtag. So I really appreciate everybody. I want to get to that 10K. That's sort of the next landmark. We got funded at 5K. Let's push it and get to 10K. We'll get the word out on social media. And I'm going to correct some of these little issues that I'm seeing on the back end here with just some of the add-on perks. I think you should be able to now add on the Alterna number 1, signed Alterna version. You should be able to do that. but I'm going to make sure that I have the other one set, which was all for Owen. That's right. That was brought up. They just wanted it as an add-on. So I'm going to get that sorted out as well. So thank you guys.
Probably make the shirt an actual main perk too.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay, great. I didn't see that when I was looking before. That's funny.
Yeah, I've got both. So I'm going to take some inventory. And then I'm also really curious. I got to compare it to like, how did the first, I don't know. We'll get to that on the other Downcast campaigns. I want to compare apples to apples. It'll be great. It's cool. So thanks, guys. Oh, we're over 95 backers. Oh, come on.
Now you got to stay till it's 100.
I know it's almost
It's
like
Yeah.
I think we got to do it, Clint.
Okay, I'll stick
All
around.
right, everybody tweet it out. We're 5 backers from the first 100. Let's make this happen.
5
Alright,
backers. All right, yeah.
Get
All right,
that
and I'm
word.
specifically, this is what I figured out on Twitter. I have to do is say specifically what we need. Only 5 backers. Oh my gosh.
How's it feel putting an effort into your tweets, Clint?
You know, it's all in a day's work. This is the most effort.
Just today, yeah.
Yeah. I really don't tweet that much when I think about it.
We know.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of tweets. I get on there and look at things, but then it's like I mistake
You messed it up, Clint. You messed it up. Go look at Twitter. Look at the
gosh.
tweet. You messed it
It
up.
doesn't help that I'm doing
Boy.
it live too on the air. That makes it worse. Only 5 backers away from the first 100.
Bach TTPS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You're like 8 years younger than me, and you're still a boomer. Like what?
Delete. All right, that's the best I could do. I'm gonna pull this off screen so no one can see me, and I'll feel better about it. Can you imagine drawing on a live stream?
I can.
Yeah, I can. I do it all the time.
That's
Yeah.
stress. It
Yeah, but-
stresses me out.
The best example of how not to draw on a live stream probably would be Bancroft. If you ever seen it, he sweats and it's just terrible.
Really?
He's not very good at it. He gets real nervous. Like,
I'll
yeah,
keep
it's
that in
awful.
mind.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. I'm always looking for little things to take jabs at Bancroft about. That guy's getting a big swole head.
No,
like
he's
a
already.
bloomin' onion.
That's where it's always been that way, Pete.
Oh well, I'm noticing it.
I thought that was just an Aussie head thing.
Yeah, like in Australia,
So-
that's how they're born, right? Bigger
Yeah.
heads.
Just big. Some of us have curved spines. Some of us have giant heads. I mean,
That's true.
it just happens. So we're at 97 backers now, 3 backers away,
Oh man,
but the dollar amount hasn't followed up quite yet.
it's
We're getting
close.
We're getting real close.
And you executed your tweet finally. Good
There
stuff.
we go. I did it. That tweet will make the difference. I'm sure it'll pull in the last
Do it.
three backers. Yeah, my Twitter is nuts right now, and I know I have emails too. That's part of the thing is you go live and then you get all these questions, and people email you and say, "Hey, I was curious. Can I have this with that and fries with it too?" You know, that kind of stuff. Bancroft is not getting a big head. He was born with it. All right.
I like tater tots, Clint, not fries. Just throwing that out there.
Tater tots are good. Oh, that does sound good. I
Oh,
want
gives
Michael
me
to
the
draw
tots.
again so I can rip on him the whole time and make him rip his paper apart.
Sonic has good tater tots.
There's a Sonic like just across the street from me, practically. It's
Wonder
down
where-
the street and then across that street.
Wonder where Clint's going for lunch.
It's
That's where I
tempting.
want. That's where I want to go. I want to get some tots.
Yeah, you can blame the chat if you mess up drawing during the streams. When I launched Downcast 2, Ethan was on here as well, and he was like, you need to draw a picture and put it up and have that be, a perk. And so I'm drawing it on stream. So I was just like trying to run the stream plus draw at the same time when it was just so bad. It was really, it was really hard to do that, but I got through it. So now I already have one. Let's see, I think we have, one claimed. One lucky person is getting a sketch drawn by me.
That was Eric
Nice.
Canetti, by the way.
That was who?
Eric Canetti. No pressure.
Oh.
But that was Eric Canetti.
Wow, nice. Well,
Man.
he's I'm not gonna be up to his standards, but that's okay. I think he knows what he's getting.
You don't understand, Clint. It better be Roquefort good for Kennedy.
That's right.
Yeah. He's like, oh my. Help Clint eat leftovers. Back Downcast 3 immediately. Yeah. That's what this is about, really. The cover's still there. It's still up. It could happen, or I'll keep it. That's fine too. 5 new readers. I love seeing that. New readers coming in. We have Downcast both covers, Downcast and all for own. If you just want the bare bones, what are the stories involved here? And t-shirt, that's also an add-on. And then where are we at here in the competition? Oh, Eric, you're 15. You have 15 backers that have backed your cover.
Candace V just came
Nice.
home. She came in. She's like, "Hey, everyone! I just came home from work to find out Clint is packing. Packing. She saw the heat you were packing, Clint.
Oh, it worked. It worked. Oh yeah. I mean, I've got to do that for every live stream because it'll inevitably be what the thumbnail is.
I got a sling that you just carry in the front of you know what I mean,
Yeah.
off the front of your chest. I'll have to get you that sling.
I've got a single point sling. This is a airsoft gun, so
Oh,
It's-
weak.
it's for
Don't
playing
say
airsoft.
that out loud.
I know I've got real guns too, but not one this cool.
Yeah, it was crazy when you whipped it out on the alternate auction stream. All of a sudden, I just like someone else is going, and then I see just Clint, his little picture on the bottom. He's just
No.
got guns that he's holding. I'm like,
Give us a
what the
scout.
hell is
Give us
going on?
Give us a scout, Clint. There you go.
I'm not
Beautiful.
threatening though. This is just my face. I didn't even warn you, Peter. I just pulled it out.
Yeah,
Whip it out.
live on air. It wasn't as big as I was expecting, though.
Oh,
Still
Yeah,
kind of
that's-
impressive.
I mean, that's I know where you're going with that.
You need to get some Magpul stuff for that, Clint.
Yeah, I mean, it has like racks on it and everything. I don't know. I got into airsoft a little bit, and some of the guys that do it, I can't keep up with all the stuff.
it's a very expensive hobby.
I'm gonna get stuck, Clint. I know that's exactly what's gonna happen. It's too expensive. Cover
All right,
B
folks, we're
is
3
Matt Logan,
backers
and
away
cover A
from
by Some Guy Letters Books. Yeah, they don't know who it is. Let's see. Clint is soft spoken but packs a punch. That's right.
Mm.
In a totally non-threatening, YouTube-friendly way. Should I refresh this again? I have not been like watching the emails come in.
Yeah.
We're still 3 backers away.
I just noticed that you still have the free StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm not
I-
paying.
Yeah, I thought you. Well, you know what though, you don't really live stream enough to make
Yeah.
it worth it, I guess.
It really makes sense for me. I thought about it like it has some cool features that you can add, but I don't know. I don't know. Streaming's definitely not my bread and butter.
You're pretty good at it, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. There we go. 3 backers away from eating. Guess Cecil isn't the only one fasting. Yeah,
It's going to be the longest 3 backers.
I know.
ever now.
I've been cursed now. The 97 backers.
spread the word, everybody. This way, Clint can eat,
Yeah, will not. I'm on a hunger
don't.
strike.
and then he can starve, and we can watch him die on air.
Tweet that out. Clint's on a
Yeah,
hunger strike.
I'm gonna pull up a screen grab of Mahatma Gandhi and put this is Clint right now. Don't let him waste away.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Should we play the trailer again? How long? It's been a little while. I'll play it.
Sure.
It's your
This'll-
channel.
We'll see if it sells some books here.
I see what no one else can.
Oh gosh.
One taste of that cursed stone sent me to the bottom of the ocean. For years I wandered, searching but not seeing. Finally, when I opened my eyes, I saw them for what they are. not benevolent, not omnipotent, and not gods. Do you smell that? It's here. If you could see what I see, you would understand why I hunt them.
Back it now. We have Mortal V's enthusiastic. Might as well.
Might as well back it. What else are you gonna do today?
Right. Shrug.
What else
Shrugs.
you got going on?
We have 98 backers, friends. That's 2 backers away from 100. Let's see. So is there an editor? Editors get no love. Yeah. So I'm gonna have 2 editors, or 3 editors. I'm big on editors. I want to make sure that everything is perfect. So Brandon Crowther is an editor. I cannot think of her name right now. Christine.
Lightning fan, Amanda?
What's that?
Is it a Lightning fan? Is it Christine Lynn?
Christine Lynn. Yeah, she is an editor. Yeah, editors are really, really important. And it's not just about line editing and like getting the grammar and all that stuff correctly. It's looking for plot holes. It's like, is this compelling? You know, is this worded in a stupid way? You know, that kind of stuff. Editors are really helpful for all that. Oh, Leroy's sharing something. Let's see what this is. Love it. There I am, starving here to get to that 100 backers. Seriously though, the first campaign, I don't know how you guys feel, like the first campaign I ever launched, getting 100 backers seemed like incredible to get to 100 backers. Like there's 100 people that want to make this book happen. It just blew my mind. 100 backers, let alone hundreds of backers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy. So we're really close. Day 1.
It'll be interesting when you run the numbers, like you said, to see the direct comparison of your own campaigns previously.
Yeah, this is definitely not one. Like, I can't compare it to Fatal. It's just not the same thing at all. But I want to compare it to the Downcast books, the other 2, which were actually pretty close. I think.
Look, you know what Eric did? Just a minute. Just a wait. Just a cotton picking minute.
What I do?
Clint is starving. He's hungry. He's malnourished. Eric had his camera turned off, Clint.
Oh my goodness.
He was eating. Look at that basic guilt.
We see you.
I'm proud. I'm not guilty at all.
We see you masticating, Eric.
Oh.
And there was not only that, I grabbed a Coke and there was guacamole with it too.
Oh, that sounds
Is that
good.
Alf?
Yeah, that's Alf.
Nice.
Hey! He's a part of me now. Oh, hey, Clint, refresh. You're welcome, by the way.
Get in the
Because I
kitchen,
ate.
Alf.
Let's see. It was the chewing. Whoa, we jumped up 4
It was the
backers.
tweet. It was the tweet. I'm telling you.
That was it. Thank you so much. Thank you, backed. That's Shanth. Hope I said your name correctly. I'm sorry if I didn't. We did it. That's cold, Eric, but it worked.
Hey, in my defense, I started eating before anybody said, "Hey, I gotta go. Let's eat." I was already crunching on some food. I'm like, I'm here for the long haul. Let's do it. If anything, I was doing it for Clint so I could have energy to keep going.
It was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you guys for helping me. I really appreciate it. We're getting close to 6,000. That's a good landmark. We're still moving. There's the email out there, and I know it's different times around the world. A lot of people are at work right now.
Yeah, the Australians are just now getting out of bed.
Awesome. Yeah, so we're moving up. The next one is that 10K. I want to get to 10K as quickly as possible. But that's going to be spreading the word. I know I have emails to answer. People have questions about it. And putting out videos, and I will be streaming. One thing is for certain, I'm streaming with Billy Tucci. Tonight it'll be 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And so that'll be great. I've got several other streams lined up, and I'm working on lining up several others. We're just getting dates and times picked out, but I will be around. Trust me. So yeah, thank you everyone for backing. Thank you guys for being on the panel with me, Eric,
Of course.
Pete, Leroy.
Yeah, no
It was
problem.
delicious. I mean, it was great.
Oh, one other thing too, Clint, did you
Yeah.
send out an update to Downcast 1 and 2 backers?
I haven't yet.
The 3 has launched. Oh man,
Yep.
this is gonna skyrocket them.
Yeah, yep. That's the next thing too. I sent out the mailing list email, but yeah, it's like tough. You do it all live on the live stream. It makes for a boring live stream when I'm just like doing
Typing
computer
away.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, let's get up here.
That's
so you can
great
eat
then. This
and
is gonna
update.
totally hit. This is totally gonna hit 10K today then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Congrats, man.
so. I think we could do it. Thanks. I really appreciate it. All right, we're gonna end it. I'm gonna eat and then get back to work.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.